All right, looks like we are live. Looks like we are good to go. How is everyone doing today? How is everyone doing? We'll get started in just a few more minutes. Just a few more minutes, we'll officially begin. How's everyone doing so far? Looks like we already got a few people waiting. So we got Nine Finger Nate. What's going on? Oh, Nate, that's right. Let's go. It was Nate, the winner of the last live stream giveaway. Hey, there you go. Hey, man, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing? Virgil, how you doing? Jack Keeley, Jed Rippy, Leafs fan, your AJ, how you guys doing? Reed, how you guys feeling? How you guys doing today? How's everyone's day going so far? Let me know how the audio's coming in as well. Make sure that the volumes are nice and optimized. If you need me to adjust some things in terms of volume, I can definitely do so. But just let me know in the chat. And also how the video quality is coming out, too. Let's see here. Yeah, Nate, it's freaking, that's awesome, dude, Nathan, that you're here, actually. I mean, yeah, you said it right there. You took the words right out of our mouth, right? Again, right? Gotta win. You gotta place those orders during the live streams. That's how you won. That's how you won. That's how plenty of people have actually won before as well. Leafs fan, how you doing? How you doing? Big country. I've ordered a few mystery boxes, worth it every time. Absolutely, we try our best to make sure that each of these mystery boxes that we put out there is like definitely well worth it, right? That's gonna be a guaranteed dub every single time. Audio is good. All right, good. Let's see here. Make sure we're going on. So we got we'll begin in like 3 more minutes. 3 minutes we'll officially begin. What's going on, Ackright? What's going on, bruh? Izzy Saras, how you doing? And like 3 more minutes, we'll officially begin the live stream. In 3 more minutes, we'll officially begin. And remember, share this around with as many people as possible. Always really helps us out. And leave a like on this live stream as well. Oh, my neck. Shh, going through here. Audio is good. Quality not as good as normal. Should be okay. It looks like we're connected on our end. But yeah, it looks like excellent connection so far. Might just be a little laggy. You're making me buy another mystery box. I mean, hey, we don't want to force people, but I mean, at the end of the day, our mystery boxes are pretty damn good. Thank you, much appreciated. We put a lot of thought. We really do put a lot of thought into these mystery boxes for you guys. We really want to make sure that they are good, like supreme, right? Because we've seen what other like mystery boxes that are available out there in the airsoft scene, and bruh, it's pretty abysmal. Like it is actually pretty sad. Like right, it's like I genuinely believe that we do have the best ones. Like, obviously, might be a little biased, but still, that's just my opinion, you know. And good things that you guys are actually watching the stream as well. We got some good ass promos, right? They got the king of the promos going on right now. Definitely an easy way to maximize your entries into the giveaway. We'll begin in like 1 more minute. 1 more minute, we'll officially begin answering some questions. So again, make sure you share it around with as many people as you possibly can. Right? Get some eyes on this, right? Help us get some more eyes on the live stream. Really helps us because YouTube, unfortunately, really does not do a good job of letting our subscribers know that, like, hey, we're going live, right? They don't always do a good job. So it really helps us out if you get the word spread out. Started doing a playthrough of Borderlands series with the fiance. Hey, yo! Actually, that's pretty sick, Ackright. That's pretty freaking sick. Borderlands hella fun. Just got an R15 short barrel. It's really nice, but I can't play CQB because I live in Minnesota. I see. I mean, even then, the R15 short barrel still has some pretty good range. Get that hop up dial nice and dialed in, and you actually can still get some pretty good range at distance, actually. Just stopped in to say hi. Absolutely. Good to see you, as always, Ackright. I don't know if you saw my DM, but you are clear to use your truck to sell, actually. You are clear to use your truck to sell for the upcoming Mayo Gang meet. All right, guys, with that, it is now 3:35. Welcome to another episode of I guess this is the Storefront live stream, right? Title pending. We're still trying to figure out titles and such. But I'm sure you guys saw the title of this. This is going to be a Q&A live stream. So if any of you guys have any Airsoft related questions, feel free to go ahead and ask away. Whether you are a returning player after years of not playing, a current player right now, or you're an absolute beginner, just starting, or maybe you're looking to get into it, right? Maybe you are looking to get into this amazing hobby, which we call Airsoft. This is definitely the live stream you want to be paying attention to. I will definitely be going through the live chat, not the comment section. I have to ask you the live chat. I can only see the live chat. Make sure to ask away with all your Airsoft-related questions, whether you're looking for product recommendations, which we sell on our website. You guys are looking for my experience, right? Maybe some personal stories of mine. I absolutely do not mind any personal questions either. I actually don't mind going into those as well. I'm an open book. If you got, again, just make sure that you put the question in the live chat. Helps me out too if you're able to put the letter Q right in front of question specifically, right? You are more than welcome to ask your question more than once if I haven't already gotten to it. However, if you can, please try to avoid spamming. Nobody likes spamming because we're going to end up having to kick you, and we don't want to have to do that. It's not a good time for anyone. So, again, just put the letter Q in front of your question, and I will be getting to the question as soon as I possibly can. I want to give everyone equal time and attention, right? Now, right now we have, this is a returning favorite when it comes to our live streams, right? A returning favorite indeed when it comes to the live stream promos, right? Now, we have a shopping spree giveaway that we do once every week, right? For all of our newer viewers out there that may not know, or for anyone that's been a long-time viewer but doesn't fully understand it yet, I'll be explaining it again. We have a shopping spree giveaway which we host weekly. Any $20 or greater order automatically enters you into the giveaway. You have a shot at winning the shopping spree giveaway, and the prize pot right now is starting at $600, right? Anyone can win $600, and all you gotta do is place a $20 order, right? That's a pretty damn good deal, right? All things considered. The last winner, actually, Nathan was actually here. I'm pretty sure he's still in the chat. He typed in early that, yeah, he was the last winner. He won $3,000, right, from the shopping spree giveaway because he took advantage of the promo. And how did he get to $3,000? Well, it ended up stacking, right? If you are not watching the live streams, especially the shopping spree giveaway live stream itself, when we announce the winner, if your name is called and you're not there watching the stream, there's no way for you to go ahead and verify that it's you. We don't email, we don't call. You have to be there in the live chat in order for you to claim the prize if your name is called, right? If you're not, we end up stacking another $600. And it got up to $3,000, right? Which is a pretty insane amount, right? It's a pretty insane amount. $600, though, could be yours, and all you got to do is place a $20 or greater order. So remember, make sure to take advantage of all the promos going on right now. Right now, every $50 place, right? Every $50 place for order, right? You'll be getting 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, and that's for every $50. So, for example, let's say you place a $50 order, maybe $55, anything under 100, right? Well, it's like a little bit over 50. That's 5 entries in the game. That's 5 chances of winning instead of just the 1. However, if you're able to reach the 100 mark, right, because that's 2 50s, right, that's 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Think multiples of 50, right? Yes, gift vouchers or credit, gift cards, right, also count as well. Gift vouchers will take 1 business day for them to clear. So come Monday, the gift voucher balance should clear onto your account, and you can use that to buy something that's another entry into the giveaway, right? But you got to make sure that you place your orders now during this live stream in order to maximize your potential of winning the giveaway, right? Getting as many entries as you possibly can. And we have plenty of stuff for you guys to take advantage of right now, right? Make sure to place your orders for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Available right now. We are down to our last handful, right? Orders for these guys will automatically get you 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. Easy, right? $145, and you have an absolutely insane prize of surprises that you can win. Do not miss your chance. This is an insane box, an insane deal, right? And again, if you want to get free shipping, just add a few more things to the cart. BBs, green gas, batteries, chargers, whatever it may be, so you can reach up to $179. Orders $179 or above will automatically qualify for the Wombo Combo and get you free UPS ground shipping. So don't miss out on that. Tickets for BB Wars Air Revival are available on the site as well, whether you want to go as the Empire or the Rebels. Whichever faction you decide to go as, make sure that you pick up your tickets sooner than later. Now would be the best time because you will be getting 5 entries into the giveaway. The event is going to be held at SC Village on October 21st, Saturday. It's going to be an absolute blast. I'm looking forward to this. I'm super stoked for this event, and you guys should be too. Make sure you get your tickets. It's an awesome introduction into larger Airsoft games, which I highly recommend everyone does, right? I highly recommend everyone do. The MGC4s, we actually got the return of the OG. The original Mark I, the enhanced version, is now back, right? It is now back. For everyone that wanted the MGC4 but thought the Mark II was a little too long, we now have the original Mark I available. The sort of like Mark 18 length, right? The SBR variation of it is now available on the site. And remember, guys, anything that's available on our website, use coupon code 20th to get 10% off, right? But again, maximize your potential of winning. Place those orders, right? We also have my personal private collection mystery box that is available right now. Limited quantity available, so make sure you pick up yours. We've already posted some of the winnings that people have been getting in this. LMGs, like really, really cool MP5s. Like, again, these are some really, really unique platforms that, again, should be seen more often on the field and that are a platform that are supported, right? I'm not going to be giving you random crap that can't, like, take upgrades. I'm going to be making sure that everything that's on there is going to be cool, upgradable, or it's like really, really freaking sick, right? Just make sure that you place your order for one of these. You will be getting the extra entries into the giveaway as well, right? And then, of course, we have plenty of guns that are on a shocker deal right now. I mean, these are the best deals that you can get in all of Airsoft, right? That's some pretty insane shit right here, right? One of the biggest ones, honestly, I was shocked, was the Tokimarui Next Generation Recoil Shock, which I actually just filmed a review for yesterday. That should be going up, I believe, within the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out on that on our main channel. But the Tokimarui Next Generation Recoil Shock is also on a shocker deal right now. It's literally the best deal that's ever going to be, in addition to some more LCT stuff, some G&G, other Tokimaruis as well, some classic Army. Hella good stuff on here. Don't miss out. Again, the best savings are to be had at Airsoft GI, where we're the only guys that will reward your $20 plus order with a chance to win a shopping spree giveaway. But right now, during this stream, is the best time to place your order because you'll be getting additional entries for every $50 you place. Now, with that said, why don't we get right into the questions that you guys have? Remember, put the letter Q in front of your question. That way it makes it a lot easier for me to go and see, and I will definitely be getting to your question as soon as I possibly can. Okay. This one comes from Moist Napkin. Do you and Cisco have a P.O. box? I'd love to send you one of my 3D printed guns. I got vertical where'd it go? I got vertical all sack and a handbrake with the Punisher skull. Interesting. We don't have for free too. Appreciate it, Moist Napkin. In terms of like, we don't have a P.O. box, unfortunately. You don't have to send us anything, man. You do not have to send us anything. You know, we do have a walk. I will say this: if you did want to send us something, we do have a actual showroom and lounge. That address 21077 Commerce Point Drive. It's on our website. If you really did want to like mail us something like just a letter or something like that, that's totally cool. You can do that as well, right? That's always really appreciated. You do not have to send any sort of gifts or anything. That is really sick, though. Actually, I'm curious to see a picture of it. Post that on the Discord, man. I want to see that. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Keep scrolling through. Make sure if I see any questions. Keep scrolling through. I know there was a few questions that I saw earlier. Keep scrolling through. Make sure, okay, just want to make sure. My internet's a little slow right now. See if any questions. Okay, this one's from Leafs fan 834. Do you think a KWA with a Titan max trigger will be a good backup gun for tournaments? It definitely can be. Pretty much most guns, Leafs fan, can be a good backup gun. I like the KWA Eves. I think they're dope, right? With a Titan and a max trigger, I don't know if they're necessarily necessary. You know what I mean? I don't know if they're absolutely like they have to be there in order for that to be a good backup gun. Again, I think as is, KWAs are incredibly reliable. They are incredibly consistent. I have no complaints about them whatsoever. Honestly, I genuinely have no complaints about them. I think they're a fantastically built airsoft gun, right? That will serve you well no matter what role it finds itself in, right? So I don't know if they necessarily need that, but yeah, you could use that. I don't see any issue. I don't see any issue at all with that. Seriously, make sure. Okay, yeah, thanks. I probably won't have my drawer system installed in time, but I'll bring stuff. No, of course, Accurate. I appreciate you asking before just assuming. I always appreciate when people do that, ask permission beforehand. I know a few of my friends always had the mentality of better to ask for forgiveness than permission. No, that is not good sound advice. Leafs fan 8034, best polymer gun base in your opinion? If you're just looking for base and you intend to upgrade, then going with a you can go with either a Specna / Lancer Gen 2 because they're basically the same thing, right? There's a couple other brands. Like, there's some older guns out there for sure. Like, I know that there are some Double Bell or, like, JG stuff, like Golden Eagle guns that are out there that are pretty cheap still. You can definitely upgrade those. Yeah, I think it ultimately depends, right? If you're talking about, like, polymer gun-based, yeah, I would have to give it to, like, Lancer Gen 2 specifically, the standard Gen 2s. Not the Pro lines with the ETUs, just the standard models. And you'll know it's a standard model because it'll either say Core Series or it'll say, or it'll come included with a battery and a charger. That's typically how you can find it's just a standard Gen 2 model. Normally, right? It'll come included with a battery and charger. Any one of those, slash spec now, because again, they're coming from the same factory. Those are going to be dope. Those are going to be pretty easy to upgrade, honestly, in my opinion. And they're pretty convenient. They definitely feel like a solid base, but they're still going to be pretty solid as is, like, on their own in terms of performance and also features, right? Remember, you are still getting a quick change spring system, a rotary style hop-up chamber, a 603 Type 4 inner barrel. Again, I honestly can't complain about those. I genuinely like the Specnas / Lancer Gen 2s. Make sure I'm missing anything. Good. I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Yor. I just bought 2 accessories boxes from you guys. Hey, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up. Make sure if you didn't, put down in the notes comment section with the accessories mystery boxes. Let us know what you're looking for specifically. Let us know what guns you have, what rail systems you have as well. It makes it a lot easier for us to find stuff that'll work for you. If anything, worst case scenario, if you can't do that, you can DM us directly. DM us directly, Instagram, Facebook, or Discord. With your order number. Has to be DMs though. DM us with the order number so we can look into it and let us know what your preferences are in terms of, or what your needs are, I should say, in terms of rail systems, so we can make sure we get something compatible for you. You know what I mean? We don't want to give you something where it's like, oh yeah, I ordered this for my pistol or whatever, right? And we end up getting you like a freaking a short dot or like a sniper scope, right? Like, it's like, what am I gonna do with this, right? Lisa 8034, thinking about picking up a new Gen 3 or Gen 2, which would be better base for a new build. For me personally, that's a good question, Lisa fan. For me personally, I say Gen 2 because, again, with the Gen 3s, they are going to have the Nebula MOSFET, which, again, you don't really need to do anything afterwards, right? It's already set as is. Like, there's literally nothing you need to do to the Gen 3s at that point, other than maybe a new Type 4 inner barrel, bucking, and hop-up nub. Gen 2s, you know, while they do have a 603, like, already installed, same thing with the Gen 3s. Those can be swapped out as well, but it's a standard version 2 gearbox with no ETU, no MOSFET. If you're going for the standard model, those would honestly be a better build in our opinion. We actually, our old techs have actually loved building customs off of those specifically, right? They love it because it's super easy and convenient. And remember, guys, now is definitely the time to pick up yourself a new base gun from Airsoft GI, because remember, that promo right above my head, it's highlighted in blue. Every $50 placed per order, you'll be getting 5 entries in the shopping spree. So again, think multiples of $50, $50, 5 entries. $100 or more, 10 entries, right? You get it to like 1,000, right? That's 100 entries, right? Think multiples of 50. You'll be getting that many entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Don't miss your chance. This is the best opportunity for you guys to increase your odds of winning that $600 shopping spree giveaway. But let's keep answering some more questions, shall we? Missing anything? Make sure I'm missing anything. And if you haven't already, yes, that really helps us out as well. Make sure to leave a thumbs up and share this video around as much as possible. It really helps us beat the YouTube algorithm, because YouTube hates anything related to Airsoft, unfortunately. You really got to fight tooth and nail to get YouTube to work, to be cooperative with you. So it really helps us out if you guys are able to go ahead and show your support. And again, make sure to shop for all your Airsoft goodies at Airsoft GI. Sure I'm not scrolling through anything. Okay, looking for MP5. This comes from Daniel Torres, looking to get an MP5K or MP7, which is easier to upgrade. Between the two, honestly, okay, if you're talking about like the AEGs, definitely got to be the MP5K. Now, the MP5K, from what I remember, typically is still using a version 3 gearbox, right? I know the Elite Force 1 should be using a version 3. Though that is going to be, you know, the second most common gearbox overall in terms of a design and parts availability. There are going to be a few small differences between it, like you know, running it for AK versus running it for an MP5. As far as like, if I remember correctly, the air nozzle I know is going to be different typically, if I remember correctly. But you know, the MP5K is going to be a lot easier than the MP7, which a lot of its parts are going to be proprietary, right? So just keep that in mind. Now with that said, the MP7 is pretty freaking dope. It is pretty freaking dope. If anything, I think I remember seeing, let me double check, MP7. I believe they're on a shocker deal right now though. So just keep in mind, that is also a pretty damn good deal as well. Yeah. Oh, it looks like it's only the... Oh, wait, no, both. Hell yeah. Both the AEG and the gas blowback, the VFC gas blowback variant are on a shocker deal right now, meaning that is the best deals that you can get. That is literally the lowest you can get in terms of price for these bad boys. I'm just saying, Daniel Torres. Either or would be pretty dope, but, I mean, if you want to take advantage of... Again, the promo and of the shocker deal going on right now, that temporary discount, I'd do the MP7 just because, again, why not, right? But again, either or, you'll be happy, bro. You will 100% be happy. Make sure I'm missing anything. Currently mentally preparing for Project N1. Only been twice. Love that place, though. Yeah, AJ, I actually really like in Project N1. N1 is actually my preferred indoor field. I've done Tac City for years, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, and it's a cool field, but I definitely like the vibes more at N1. I definitely prefer it there. Also, Gabe is an absolute sweetheart. Keeps going through. Keeps going through. Keeps scrolling up. Keeps scrolling up. Okay, answered that one already. Answered that one already. Okay, let's see. AJ, do the Elite Force Glocks come with threaded barrels? No, the Elite Force Glocks are not threaded. You will have to get another threaded barrel aftermarket. Thankfully, there should be some available. I believe actually Unicorn Airsoft actually does have some, which I believe we still have those available in stock at the moment, actually. Let's see. Unicorn Airsoft outer barrel, and those are specifically designed for the VFC/Elite Force Glocks, which is pretty damn good. Yeah, they're actually in stock at the moment right now. Just make sure you're getting the right variation, you're getting the right one, because again, they are gonna make some for, looks like, let's see, VFC, yeah, I believe right now you can get one for, looks like the Glock 19X. You can get some for the 17 Gen 5. What's the difference between these two actually? Fixed outer barrel. Oh, that's right. One's threaded, one's not. Duh. Right? Yeah, it looks like you just got to make sure you get the right version. Make sure you just get the right one, obviously. Keeps going through. Virgil Hill. Tell you what, dude. I will go through our Discord as well. Make sure that, again, we are caught up. I believe we were caught up. I didn't see any new messages on there, but I'll make sure, again, like if you're having problems, then, dude, absolutely, we can definitely get you taken care of, bro. I'd have to take a look at it. Obviously, our customer service department is technically out. They're only in Monday through Friday, but yeah, I can scroll through it and make sure that they get to it, bro. I can totally, I got you, bro. I got you, Virgil. Don't worry. I'll make sure that they get around to helping you out if they haven't already. Yeah, I will make sure of that as well. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions, make sure to let me know down in the live chat, specific with the letter Q. Also, there was actually another thing too that I wanted to go and ask you guys as well. Just another thing for participation. You don't have to, but I'm actually curious as well, right? There's actually been a couple like hot takes that Cisco and I have been going back and forth in terms of like Airsoft as well. One of the things that we talked about, and it's going to be we're going to go more in depth on it regarding this topic during tomorrow's podcast. Actually, we filmed another podcast, so the podcast is back. I know some of you guys were very big fans of those, so the podcast is coming back. We have one premiering tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But we go in detail about professional airsoft versus professional paintballers. Is professional airsoft even a thing? I basically, in summation, I said no. But here's actually a good question for you guys. Would you want there to be an official Airsoft league, right? I don't mean like obviously we're kind of getting to that point a little bit, right? We have SpeakQB, which is, played so much. It's like, it is a recognized brand, but it's not like there's no official ranking system that we have, right? When it comes to like, compared to other sports organizations, right? Compared to like the MLB, MLS, right? There's no like ranking system that's like happening, right? That's going on, right? And you're not getting paid just to be on the team itself, right? You're not being paid as a member of the team, like in SpeakQB, right? As far as I remember, you're there, and yeah, you can be a sponsored player individually or as a team, right? But the sponsorships can vary, right? Sometimes it's not even all for money. A lot of times it's gonna be, hey, you supply us with all the BBs, you supply us with the guns that we need. Right, we promote your brand. So would you guys want to see an official like ranking system, an official league, right? And actually get Airsoft mainstream in terms of like a mainstream competition, kind of how like X Games would air like paintball, right? Would you guys want to actually see that? Is that something that you guys would be interested in? I have my own personal opinions about it. Personally, I think it's a double-edged sword. I do think that it can bring out a lot more. This is all personal opinion. I definitely think that the competitive nature of it can bring out a little bit more toxicity for more people. I'm not a big fan of being like, super overly competitive, but I get it, right? Airsoft can be played many different ways. I just prefer one side of it. I prefer more of like the LARPing side, right? Because that's why I do a lot of milsim. right? But I definitely would be cool to see Airsoft reach a mainstream audience or a mainstream media. But let me know in the comments what you guys would think. If you guys didn't have any questions, I'm curious to see what you guys think. Would you guys want Airsoft to become mainstream? Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, Lisa 8034. What differences other than Nebula MOSFET are between Gen 2 and Gen 3? I believe, technically speaking, the motors might be different. I know in terms of externals, the bodies of receivers are going to be about the same. The stocks typically are going to be different as well. Instead of using a traditional SOP-mod stock, the Gen 3s, for the most part, most of the Gen 3s will be using sort of like a slimmed-down version of the SOP-mod stock, right? So you don't get a whole lot of battery space like you did with the traditional Gen 2s. You'd only be limited to the buffer tube as is, right? Like the buffer tube would literally be it in terms of battery space. But other than the MOSFET itself, and the new motor, I believe for the most part it's going to be about the same, right? I believe for the most part it's going to be about the same. Keeps going through. DJ, yes, they are internally threads, but it's a lot harder to get the adapter for that as opposed to getting just an externally threaded outer barrel that's 14 millimeters counterclockwise. It is significantly easier. Let's see. I would like to see Airsoft precision shooting competitions like they have in Japan. Oh, okay. No, I get that, right? I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, being able to see precision shooting is another thing as well, right? Cisco and I, again, we're going to be getting it more in detail, more in depth in tomorrow's podcast. But when I think about it, Cisco and I were talking back and forth about it. One of the things I wanted to see, if it did reach a mainstream audience, right, or it was a national league, you're right. I would love to see different categories, right, for it. Seeing precision shooting would actually be pretty sick, right? My ideal divisions, right? I guess in that sort of in this theoretical Airsoft league, I would love to see more of maybe one CQB, very CQB oriented tournament style, right, where it's just shotguns only. Shotguns, but I specifically mean pump shotguns only, right? Whether it's gas or spring. That would actually be very, very cool to see, right? Or maybe it's kind of like a 1v1s, but it's kind of like a 3-gun tournament. Instead of just shooting targets, though, and based on time, it's actually kind of like... You guys played FPS games like COD, right? You guys have played gun game. Every time you get a kill, you upgrade and you get a different weapon platform. You get to upgrade your gun, right? I would love to see that where it's 3 matches, right? Or is it 4? Basically, whoever can advance further up ahead is basically the winner, right? It'd be pretty cool to see something like that. Maybe a different class, maybe a rifle class as well. Again, these are all just theoretical ideas I have out there. It would be cool to see these being aired on a mainstream platform, right? Can you imagine turning on to Fox Sports, right? And it's just there. It's oh, we got an Airsoft tournament going on. Sweet, right? I'd like to watch that. I don't know if that would even be possible. That's another thing too. Would it even be possible? Right? Let me know in the live chat what you guys think. Would that even be possible to go ahead and see? Personally, I think I would ultimately want to see it happen. I would want it to happen. Do I think it could potentially happen? I don't know, man. I'm going to be real. I don't really know, right? Airsoft is such a niche thing in general, right? Most people don't play Airsoft, in general, right? In the world. Most people don't. But I am noticing that it is starting to become a little bit more normalized, I guess that's the word, right? It is slightly becoming a little bit more normal to see it, or more commonplace, I should say. Right? I'll even hear influencers, right, being oh yeah, this Airsoft gun. I'm oh, so they know about it, right? Which is crazy because go back, I don't know if you guys remember, go back 10 years ago, if you guys have been playing for that long, Airsoft wasn't that well known at all, right? Again, I'm constantly having to tell people oh yeah, I work in the Airsoft industry. Oh, what's that, right? I'll still get that. But every once in a while, I'll tell people that I work in Airsoft, and they're oh yeah, that's the toy guns, right? And I'm yeah, right? It's pretty funny how that works, right? See here. AJ, a competitive milsim of team squad platoon size elements would be so interesting to watch. AJ, you are 100% right. It would be interesting to me, but here's the thing though, AJ, are we the norm, right? Are we the norm? Is that what most people would watch? Are we in the majority opinion of that, right? Because the biggest problem with a lot of those types of milsim games, and because I've been to a lot of milsim games before, right? The problem with those is that a lot of times there's a good amount of downtime. There's a good amount of preparation, resting right before shit hits the fan. Yeah, when shit hits the fan, it's intense as all hell. but there's a lot of slow moments, right? Is that something that people would be interested in even watching, right? Would that be something that they're interested in watching? Maybe, maybe to mitigate that, maybe they'd have to like shrink the size of the map itself, right? Maybe they'd have to shrink the size of the map itself and just see what can happen, right? Maybe just instead of it being this massive AO, just like a small little section, right? Something along those lines would be pretty cool. Or maybe, right? Maybe like do like a whole house, right? Maybe it's like a 5 or 6v6, right? And the whole objective is to clear. Kind of like Siege, right? One team attack, one team defending. That'd be kind of cool to see as well, right? And then you can also introduce like different classes as well, right? Maybe there's like every member on the team has to have to fulfill one specific role, right? That could be one thing to do. Again, there's a whole bunch of like potential that could be had there in terms of like how you could make the games, or how you could set up the games, right? And how you can set up every single match or like division, if you will, right? Again, it gets, when I think about this, my mind, like the gears in my brain just start turning. But I don't know if watching a like full, like legit Milsim event would entice people to watch. It sounds dope, right? But I don't know. I think there would be a lot of downtime. I think most people, right? That's why basketball, I feel like, is so popular, right? Because again, it's a much faster paced game. It's a much faster paced game. It's a high scoring game too. Let's see here. I don't know if we'd be even to score that. The French Alex, hey man, I am looking for a flashlight that blinks when you shoot. Do you know what I mean? And if yes, do you have any recommendations? Sorry if my English is bad. Thanks. No worries, dude. The French Alex. I'm assuming you are French, right? Again, I've seen you before, bro. I just didn't know if you were actually, French. Let's see here. See, if we're looking for flashlights that blinks, I'm assuming you mean like strobe. We do normally carry flashlights that have a strobe. I think majority of them are sold out. But let me see what we have so far right now. Go to flashlights. Yeah, well, people love the strobe function when it comes to flashlights. They'll buy those out real freaking quick, right? It depends on what you also mean too, like, or what you need it for. Whether you're talking about a rifle or a pistol, we carry a couple different lights as well. This is actually one of my favorite current, like, up and coming new favorites. This is actually the Atlas Custom Works XH35 800 lumens. This thing is hella bright, and it's actually a pretty good beam, right? It's not like super. It's not a big floodlight, which is, again, I prefer. I don't like lights that just light up the entire room. I want it to be a more concentrated beam, and this does a pretty damn good job of that, right? Honestly, even though it is technically being designated as a pistol light, I could see this being used for a rifle. It's not the worst thing in the world, right? However, if you were looking for that sort of like strobe-ish function, worst case scenario, you can also go with one that just has a pressure pad. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. Or it's like a button that you can easily flicker. You know what I'm talking about? Going with something along this design. It doesn't have to be this one specifically, right? As long as it has a like pressure pad, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to go ahead and strobe as well. That's one option that you can go with. That's one option to go with as well. There are plenty of lights. It depends also what rail system you're working with. Yeah, really depends on a lot of different things. But yeah, flashlights. We should be getting restocked on a couple of our flashlights in the in the future. But just in the meantime, this is what we have. Unfortunately, it's we have been cleaned out again. We got a lot of pistol lights. Thank God, though. Thank God we got our pistol lights in pretty quickly. Oh, thanks. I'm going to do a DSG build in Lance Tactical Mark 18 Gen 2. Actually, that'd be pretty sick, Luis fan. That'd be pretty sick. DSG builds actually do scare me. I know that it is possible to do DSG builds for sure and make a reliable DSG build. But for me, man, like, DSG builds always scare me. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, it should be easy to do in that Mark 18. Should be very easy to do. Let's see here. GunTuber Airsoft wave around last year was neat. That is actually another thing, too. We actually did start seeing more, like, when you're talking about, like, GunTubers in general, right? More GunTubers, like, coming on to, like, the Airsoft scene. That's another thing as well that I'd kind of noticed. Is Airsoft actually, it's a good question for you guys as well. Is Airsoft, would you guys consider Airsoft, for any of my guys that do real steel or like to train or cross-train, whatever, or that are also fans of firearms, do you think Airsoft is a good training tool for like getting into like real firearms, right? Do you think it's a good training tool for weapons manipulation? Do you think it's a good training tool for tactics? What applications would you say Airsoft is good for? Right? It was interesting to see that, go back a couple years ago. I'm not calling out shade, but I am calling out a little bit. I remember there was for whatever reason, there was this pretty big divide that a lot of guys that do like real steel firearms and that, they see airsofters and they're like, oh, it's just a kid's thing, right? I remember being told that. I legit remember being told that this was just kind of like, why would you spend all this money on airsoft when you can spend it on a real gun? I fucking hate that. I hate that. For real gun, I really freaking hate that, right? I hate that comment so much. You'd constantly hear it, and it's like, well, yeah, but I can't shoot, a regular person, right, with an actual, like, gun, right, without going to jail, right? Being able to go onto a field where you pay a just general entry, general admission fee, and we're all consenting adults here, and we all want to go ahead and just shoot each other with plastic BBs, right? Absolutely, and just have fun. That sounds absolutely amazing to me, right? But is it a good training tool? One of the things I have heard, and I actually have to agree with, it is a great training tool to start off with, and there are a lot of applications for it, but it should not be the only thing. And one of the biggest downsides of it, I guess from what I remember hearing, like the counter argument was that it takes away the fear, right? It takes away the sort of fear that's kind of needed. You become kind of like a little too brave or a little too stupid, right, from playing airsoft, I guess, which I don't know if I necessarily wholeheartedly agree with that statement. It was a little mean-spirited when they said it, but I kind of understand where they're going from, right? When we play airsoft, we're going to be pretty bold when it comes to like our decision making, right? Like, I'm just going to rush it, right? You're just going to rush this point. You're going to move up. When in reality, in an actual gunfight, I don't know if a person would, right? Remember, we're shooting 6mm plastic BBs that can't really go through too much in terms of like, it can't puncture through this wall or it can't, poke holes through this, right? You put a piece of plywood up, more than likely, it's going to get deflected, right? That obviously wouldn't work with an actual bullet, right? That wouldn't actually work with an actual round. So there is that, right? There is that to take in mind. But again, I think it's still a very fun way for people to get outside, people start working with each other, and also to go ahead and start testing gear. That's kind of a thing that me and my team will usually do whenever we go to like a Milsim West game. All of the gear that we buy, right? We'll always bring it out to the field and like field test it at Milsim West. Whatever holds up is like, okay, this is good. Whatever doesn't, and it's not, right? Like, and that's kind of a good way of an indicator of knowing what's actually going to work for you, right? Because we're moving around, we're having to go like having to take cover, having to be very maneuverable and just move around, like all the general movements that you would expect, I guess, to use in a real gunfight, right? Apparently. And if they're not able to last up during this airsoft game, right, then more than likely they're not going to be able to last up when you actually need it to. So, and you'd be surprised. Some of the results we found have been actually pretty cool, right? Some of the stuff that you wouldn't expect to be like good quality actually holds up very, very well. Surprisingly well, right? So always keep that in mind. Price point doesn't always automatically mean that it's indestructible necessarily, right? And that's kind of something we've all come across at some point or another. Canadian French. Oh, okay. I see. Jason, what's up, Jason? What's going on, bruh? Airsoft equals great stress relief. That's another thing, too. That's another great point as well. Airsoft really does a fantastic job of, one, being a cool pastime, but that also helps relieve some stress. I don't know about you guys, but I do have a lot of stress just like anyone else in my life, right? Living's tough, man. Living is definitely tough sometimes. There are some moments where you think, like, you know what? It would be easier if I just, like, maybe decided not to anymore, right? But, I don't want to do that, nor do I encourage anyone to do that. If you guys are thinking that, definitely seek some help and find a good outlet for yourself. And that's what airsoft has been for me, right? There's been a lot of times in my life where I've been like hella low, dude. Like, I've been super low in my life. Especially when I was homeless, right? Like, I kept thinking, maybe I should just end it all, right? Which, again, thank God I didn't. Thank fucking God I didn't, right? Because then I would have never been able to work for GI. I never would have been able to work for GI. I would have never been able to meet Cisco and all the boys. I never would have been able to make a lot of these friends, which these are my lifetime friends now, right? Like, I have friends that I've known for years and years and years, but these are my lifetime friends too, right? Like, I thank God that I've been able to find and play airsoft as well, continue to play airsoft. Once I had a sustainable income, right, I was able to go out and play. Again, being able to have an outlet, whether it's going to the gym, playing airsoft, is great for your mental health, right? So I definitely would encourage it as well. In addition to going, like, maybe to the gym, getting a good pump in, right? Go play some airsoft, bro. Go play some airsoft. You will feel so much better and so much calmer after, right? I take the fattest naps after I play airsoft, right? Sometimes I have difficulty sleeping. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's, I used to be an insomniac. I shouldn't be anymore, I think, right? I've been taking a lot of melatonin stuff, and it's been helping out a lot. But honestly, like after playing a game of Airsoft, I sleep like an absolute baby, right? Like an absolute baby that's knocked out, right? Absolutely knocked out, crashed. Sometimes my girlfriend will literally find me on the floor. It looks like I fell from a 2-story building. I'm all flat on the ground. It's just, I'm comfy, right? I'm comfy right there, and I just drop. I'm just so relieved from all stress that I just melt away. Absolutely would agree with that. Gnarls, I miss BB Wars lore. Actually, Gnarls, it's interesting that you say that. We definitely want to start giving a little bit more lore. I guess I've definitely been pushing for it, and so has Boaz, wanted to do a little bit more of like a backstory to it. There's never been a huge major backstory. There definitely was some story. I do remember the old Bob and Tim days where there being story in BB Wars, and I definitely want to bring a little bit more of that back. Bear in mind, it's going to take some time to do that, though. It is definitely going to take some time to do that. Just because, again, we have to reintroduce BB Wars, especially to like the California scene. Especially the SoCal scene, right? Remember that this year alone, we were able to bring BB Wars back to California, right? So now it's not only just a Texas event, now it's coming back to both, right? And now Cisco, Boaz, myself have actually been, and again, most of the GI boys have been with the company for a few years now. So now there's a little bit of familiarity there. It's a lot easier for us to go ahead and keep building lore off of that, right? Versus like, oh yeah, whole new characters, introduce everything. It's kind of hard to do it all at once. Being able to build up a little more experience, right? Definitely helps with crafting a story, right? And there's definitely stuff that Boaz and I specifically have in the works that we want to work on in terms of like stories. So that's why it's always important to watch the like sort of mini-sodes, the little like short films that we do for promoting BB Wars. The last one, by the way, that premiered yesterday. Make sure to check that out. That thing was dope. That Boaz did a fantastic job filming that. That was freaking awesome. But yeah, we can definitely do more short films and all. That's definitely something that we can do. If you guys want to see it, again, if you want to see that, if you guys are in agreement with Gnarls' opinion as well, make sure to like all those Airsoft GI BB Wars videos. Make sure to like all of them. That's how we know that you guys want it, right? Because I remember the Clean House episode, that we were so proud of that one. We were so freaking proud of the Clean House mission. And even the video prior to like the training mission, we were like prepping for it. In terms of like compared to our other like regular videos, those got way more views compared to the BB Wars videos, right? Our regular videos got so much more viewers than the BB Wars short films, which I was like, oh man. So again, that's how we can tell what you guys like, by liking the video. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this live stream. Share this around with as many people as possible. Let's answer your Airsoft related questions, right? Want to help you guys out as much as possible. Also, I got questions for you, right? Would you want to see Airsoft in a more mainstream light? Would you want it to be a more competitive sport? Let me know down in the chat or in the live chat. Again, not the comment section. Can't see that. Has to be the live chat. And again, if you do have questions, make sure to put the letter Q in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to see. And remember, promo above my head. Every $50 per place, per order, we'll be getting you 5 chances into the shopping giveaway. 5 chances of winning that $600 prize pot. Don't miss out. Remember, $50, 5 entries. $100, 10 entries. $150, 15 entries. You get the idea. Think multiples of 50. You'll be getting that many entries into the shopping spree giveaway, so don't miss out. LeafSfan8034, what's your favorite drink? My favorite drink? That's actually a very good question. If you're talking like non-alcoholic, I mean, I'll tell you guys something. I actually was a very big soda fiend. I still am, right? I love me some soda, right? Like grape soda doesn't matter what flavor or what brand I should say. Grape soda has always been like one of my favorite like sodas to drink. Jarritos, if you guys know that, I love those. I've never been a big Coke guy. I was a little bit when I was a little kid, but kind of grew out of that. I think if my favorite soda in general, oh god, that's a very good question actually. I think I would probably have to say like it's usually any sort of lemon lime like soda like Sprite is like my go-to, right? Squirt's also really good. But I try to stay away from soda as much as possible. I typically will try to refrain from that. I go sparkling waters a lot. It's definitely a lot healthier for me. No high fructose corn syrup, because that shit's addicting, bro. That shit's like crack for me. Like I could drink. It's dangerous at parties when I see it, because once I see it, I'm like, oh, I have to have one, right? And I have one. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, I've had 10. I don't even remember when. I almost like, kind of like an alcoholic, when it comes to sodas. Like, I black out and I don't even think about it. I'm like, I've had 10? How do I had 10 already? So substituting that with like sparkling waters like LaCroix. Yes, I'm a LaCroix boy. I don't care. I know, roast me in the live chat. I don't care. I'm a LaCroix boy. I know who I am. That usually helps with sort of fixing that that craving, right? Kind of takes the edge off. Maybe a show format instead of live, perhaps. Huh. That actually would be kind of cool, AJ. Yeah, you're probably right. I know KWA had their fight night. Those are sick. I actually really enjoy those. I remember the KWA fight night. Those were super cool, right? I think a show format might play into its strengths a little bit more instead of completely live. You're right. You're probably right about that. I would watch that in a heartbeat, actually. Keep scrolling through, keep scrolling through. No, DJ, not the short, not the short. Oh, wait, oh, no, you're talking about that. Okay. Oh, freaking autocorrect. Yeah, I'll have to go back there and correct that. Oh, freaking, I hate that, man. I hate that sometimes about, like, typing out. It's like, I specifically type out this number, but I guess we've been typing out M17 for like so much longer that it recognizes it as like, no, M18. You mean M17. And it's like, cool, great. Freaking autocorrect, bro. I hate it. Hate it. Hominess, Jaritos made a spiked drink. I've heard about this. I haven't tried it, though. I'm actually very curious to see how that tastes. I would be down. I would be down. Happy Saturday to everyone. I'm off to watch my Oregon Ducks. Go get those double entries. Is how I won the giveaway. That's, again, guys, promos are right there. The previous winner who won $3,000 is literally saying it. Like, I shouldn't even have to say anything. He's saying it all for me. Nathan, thank you, bro. Appreciate all the advice you were giving to all the viewers, right? Promos are right there. Now is definitely time to take advantage. Now is definitely the time to take advantage of the promo we have going on. Remember, there are still plenty of amazing things that you guys can go ahead and pick up. Whether you want to pick up the OG, the original, the enhanced version of the Mark I Mayo Gang MGC4, right? For all the guys that like all little shorter guns out there, this is definitely the one for you. If you want to get something truly unique and awesome, make sure to pick up the private collection, my private collection mystery box, available right now. Very, very limited quantity. Every single winner that I've had so far that's come in store to pick theirs up has been very, very, very impressed. It's going to be a guaranteed dub no matter what you get because I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to be making sure that you guys win. Don't miss out. Do not miss your chance. Pick one of these bad boys up. And again, the Silver 20th Anniversary mystery box, right? Silver 20th Anniversary Box 145. We only have a handful left. Automatic 10 entries into the giveaway right there. And that's on top of, again, getting something amazing. Like you're guaranteed to win something off of this prize list, right? We've already had a few people win the Easter egg, right? Guys, don't spoil it if you have. Don't say what it is. But it is pretty freaking sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, Lawish. So don't miss out. Oh, I'm a little gassy today. A little gassy. And again, BB Wars tickets are available October 21st, right? Plan ahead. I guarantee you guys are going to have an absolute blast at this event. Do not miss your chance. Empire and Rebels, right? Both sides have tickets available for you. $50. That's 5 entries. It's 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Don't miss out. Okay, keep scrolling through. Lisa, anything favorite sport? Oh, that's an interesting question. Probably have to be a toss-up between swimming and water polo. Most likely swimming. I love swimming. Jason, Isaiah, so I know your stress comes from Cisco attacking you with the water gun. Oh, yes, I remember. Oh, dude, he got me like twice with that. He actually, I think he only filmed once with me. He filmed Justin's reaction twice. He got Justin twice and filmed it twice, right? That was free. I feel so bad for Justin, right? But yeah, no, Cisco, like, he got me real freaking good with that. I was not expecting to get blasted that day with a water gun. So anyways, I started blasting. That water gun's sick too, actually. Can I show it on stream? I don't think I can. Actually, yeah, I should be able to. Water gun. Pretty sure it's still available right now. It hasn't sold out yet, has it? Actually, let me type in clock. There you go. The Drip Clock H2O Water Blaster. There you go. I believe we're going to be getting more color variations of this soon. That'd be pretty freaking sick, right? I love that it comes included with the drum. This thing still makes me laugh every time I look at it. I still get a chuckle out of this whenever I look at it. It's so funny, right? It's cool, though, man. It's freaking cool. And for $15, the fact that it's battery powered, that's pretty cool. I genuinely wish that these types of water guns were actually around. when I was a kid, right? I would have picked this up in a heartbeat. I would have begged my parents, please, please, let me get it, right? I don't care what would have taken. I would have made sure that I had this as a little kid, right? Ah, dude, freaking kids don't know how lucky they have it these days. Kids don't know how lucky they have it. Let's keep scrolling through. Okay, I think I answered all those. Yeah, again, so if you have any Airsoft-related questions or any questions in general, right? If you guys want to get my opinions on stuff regarding Airsoft, or if you guys are curious as to what to pick up, you guys are torn between a couple items we have on our website, make sure to let me know down in the live chat. It can be for tactical gear, it can be for Airsoft guns, it can be for accessories. Let me know what you guys think or what you guys' questions are, and I will happily answer as many as I possibly can. Remember to take advantage of all the promos going on right now. So, 34, can you feather MGC4 Mark 1 out of the box? Yes, but in general, feathering guns, you don't really want to do it. They're not really designed for that. However, with that said, could you? Yes. Should you? No. I'll leave it at that. That's pretty. Luminous, have you taken the FSC test for real firearms? Not yet. At least, fan, I actually thought the same thing. I don't think water guns and batteries mix. I thought the same thing, but okay. So I looked at the design of this thing, and you know what? I gotta say, it's pretty good, right? The battery is tucked away, so it's not super exposed to the water itself. So it's out of the harm's way, if I should say. It's out of the harm's way, so it shouldn't get any sort of like short or anything. There shouldn't be any sort of water damage. It should be all right. Vadmer, MGC4 Mark II, show us the best battery for it. Absolutely, I absolutely can do that, right? Again, like we've said in all of our videos and our social media content, when it comes to batteries, 11-1 stick would be the go-to for this bad boy, right? Let's go batteries. My eyesight's getting worse and worse. Can't see. Battery charger, there we go. Swear I'm getting old. 27, man, 27. Let's see, your best battery for it would most likely be something along the lines of this. It doesn't have to be this exact brand. This battery is a little pricey, but this is just to give you a general idea, right? A battery shaped like this, a standard 11-1 stick would be ideal. Now, 800 milliamp hour, yeah, that's fine. I can get that to work, right? It does have to be pre-wired to Deans, or you have to get an adapter for it, which honestly is very easy to do. If anything, remember, we can also rewire any battery that you guys have to Deans if you want us to, right? We sell the Deans Rewire service on our website for literally just $5, right? Literally just type in Deans plug installation, and it should show up there. It's only $5. Add that to the cart whenever you order batteries from us, and we will know that, okay, so you ordered this rewire service for the battery, right? It's literally per connector, so if you want to rewire your gun and your battery, for example, if they're both wired to Tamiya current at the moment, then yeah, we could definitely wire both the Deans, right? However, if you buy a battery, for example, just on your order and the Deans plug installation, we'll know that, okay, obviously this installation service is for the battery. We'll just change it out for you before we ship it out. That is something that I would highly recommend. This is a good battery. I actually really like this one. And tactical 1000 milliamperage. I think for the MGC4, the most you can go as is, because remember, it is still only limited to the Mark II with only the Delta stock. So the buffer tube is going to be the extent of your battery compartment. The most I would generally recommend would be 1100, and that's it. Nothing more than 1100, right? Maybe 2 if you're lucky, but again, this is generally about it. This is like ideal size. Again, just type in Deans plug installation. Right, there you go. $5. Type that in our site. Add that to your cart, and we can go ahead and rewire that for you. Because the Mark II, the MGC4s are wired to Deans at the moment. So, and that's a good thing, right? Deans connectors are definitely superior to Tamiya connectors. However, with that said, I know that there are still plenty of companies that when they make their batteries, they still wire them to Tamiya. I don't know why, but at least we can rewire it for you. We can take the hassle out of it. It's not that hard of a process. It's pretty quick, so it's not like it's going to take a whole long time, right? It takes me a few minutes to do myself, right? Another brand you can go with is Echo Lipo Battery. That to charge. There you go. Yeah, right. Here's another one. This has been one that I've been recommending to people as well. 1000 milliamperage. Yep, that's definitely one size that I would recommend. This would probably be like generally the most that I would recommend. You can go 1200, but it is going to make it bigger, and it's going to make it a lot tighter in the buffer tube as well. $24, easy, right? That's already an entry into the giveaway, but again, promo above my head, right? Add a few more things, right? Get up to that $50 subtotal, and you'll be getting 5 chances of winning $600, all for yourself, right? And if you guys don't believe me, right, you guys are more than welcome to check for yourself, right? We literally display it on our website. We have a list of all the previous winners for the shopping spree giveaway, right? Scroll through, right? Click here on our banner. Yeah, right. All the rules, by the way, if you guys wanted to double check them for yourselves, all the rules on how to enter and all the details are on this page. Right. Here's a list of all the previous winners, including last times, right? Chad Blair, Nathan, he's on there as well. Again, all the lists are right here. These are all the previous winners, right? So the winnings are real. Like, legit, the winnings are real. All you guys have to do is place your orders through Airsoft GI. And again, promo above my head, that's only going to be active during this live stream. You guys have like an hour left of the live stream before we end up calling it quits, before it's over and that promo ends. So make sure that you take advantage now while you guys can. Again, the giveaway is something that it's not a lottery, right? It's not a lottery, right? There's no risk of you losing anything. Right? Because you're automatically entered, right? Just placing a regular order, you're still going to get all the amazing products you order from Airsoft Chat. You order BBs, you're going to get those BBs. You order an Airsoft gun, you're going to get that Airsoft gun, right? No matter what it is, you're still going to be getting everything that you order, right? However, there's something that we wanted to do to give back to the community that has been supporting us for 20 years and that will continue to support us, right? We wanted to give something back to you guys and give everyone the opportunity, the chance to be a winner, right? A winner of the $600 prize pot, which you guys can be. You guys absolutely can be. We've had previous winners win off of literally their very first order with us through Airsoft GI. Chad Blair, prime example, right? Very, very first order that he placed with us through Airsoft GI, and he won $3,000. We're just saying, right? Like, the winnings are there. Like, you guys got to be the ones to take advantage of it, right? We do this for you guys. So make sure that you don't let the opportunities go to waste and secure that victory for yourselves. Okay, keeps going through the most recent comments and questions. Crazy Jason, did BB Wars East Coast get put off till next year? Wondering because it got pretty late in the year. No, we have not been able to get back from anyone, any of the fields that we reached out to. Because remember, we have to get a field that's large enough to accommodate the size of BB Wars as well, right? We have to get a field large enough for it. The fields that have gotten back to us, I don't know all the details because, again, I'm not on that committee when it comes to like being able to make the plans for it. I'm just relaying information that I hear, right? So from what I have heard, the fields that have gone back to us didn't want to go ahead and host an event this year with us. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? And some of the fields that have reached out to us and that wanted to host it were just not large enough, or they're because remember, it has to be a three-way collaboration. We all have to come in agreement for it. They were making some decisions that, on a business standpoint, wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for us to do, and we were not going to do that. So, yeah, unfortunately, it has unfortunately been delayed from what we originally anticipated. I don't know if it's going to be delayed until next year. If I had to put money on it, I'd say it's about 50-50 right now. It could swing either way. It's either it's going to be like literally like in December, or it's going to be like potentially early next year, right? So that could be a thing. That could 100% be the case. However, there is no confirmed information on it. If anything, you can ask Cisco the next time he actually joins on the stream. I would say ask him. That's probably a better idea in terms of what might be going on there. Because I would very much love there to be a BB Wars East Coast, because I would love to go to be flown out to the East Coast. That'd be dope. I would love to play Airsoft on the Eastern Seaboard. That'd be dope, man. I would love to see all of our Eastern Front players out there. Actually, that sounds like a really cool name, Eastern Front. You know, Coastal Front, Eastern Front. I don't know. That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Lisa 9034. Any updates on Cisco's situation? So if you guys didn't hear, I know we've mentioned it before, but unfortunately Cisco was robbed. His garage was broken into, and oh my God, it was a huge amount of airsoft guns that were taken, and tactical equipment and accessories and parts. Even his like guitar was stolen, which freaking sucks, man. It makes me so mad when I think about it. So no update as of yet. Cisco has been going back and forth with his insurance, with his agent as well, hopefully to be able to go ahead and get some money back from it. But yeah, no, of course, you know how insurance companies work. Insurance companies are going to try their best to not pay anything, or to pay as little as possible to save themselves money. Even though, you know, he was covered for up to a certain amount, and he definitely maxed out the amount, they are fighting tooth and nail to not give it to him. So it is pretty frustrating, unfortunately, when I hear that happening to him. But, you know, thankfully he is doing well, and thankfully not all of his airsoft stuff was taken. He actually has some that is actually still at work, and then some that was in the house as well. And I believe he has still some in storage somewhere else, if I remember correctly. So he's okay. He'll be just fine. But we are here to support him in as well. So what would make him really good, happy, is if we can sell out of the silver 20th anniversary mystery box, right? Again, guys, I'm just saying, silver 20th mystery, 20th. Moved that accidentally. Silver 20th. There we go. All right, silver 20th anniversary mystery box. Literally just 145, right? Literally just 145. We literally filmed an unboxing video for one of these bad boys in the storefront, and we aired it up on our social media. The winnings are real. You guys can win some dope shit. Again, taking a look at the prizes here, right? You got the limited edition Arcturus models, right? You got some classic armies. You got some Zion Arms R15s, PW9s, right? Freaking hell yeah. Absolutely hell yeah. Some KWA original stuff on here. And the classic armies, not to mention those very elusive Easter eggs, which I know some of you guys have been posting in the Discord your winnings. Again, don't spoil it for everyone else, but it's pretty freaking cool, man. Cisco and I were very happy with what we came up with. We're what if we did the Easter egg? What would be the Easter egg? We came up with the ideas for it, and it's oh hell yeah, absolutely hell yeah. All right, absolutely would recommend picking one of these bad boys up, especially considering it's 145, super cheap considering what you're getting, right? Jason, yeah, cool, appreciate it, bro. Can't wait to play alongside you at East Coast when it happens. Dude, honestly, when it happens, I'm going to be begging. I'm begging you. I'm not Cisco, I can't sing. But still, that's literally what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to sing that song to Boss Man just so that he can let me go, right, to the East Coast. Because that'd be dope. I've told you guys before on stream that is literally my dream, to be able to go out. Well, first of all, working in the airsoft industry itself is a dream. Is basically a dream come true, right? What's going on, Real Wild? So, with that dream, right, being able to work in the airsoft industry was already a dream come true to me, right? I never would have thought that I would have been able to get even my foot in the door, right? So the fact that I made it here, look at us, right? Who would have thunk, right? Who would have thunk? Me and my best friend from high school, and even and Justin, and I should say best friends because both of them are my best friends. Those are two of my longest standing friends, Justin. And one other friend of mine I have, shout out Nick Waugh if you're listening. He's one of the head guys at Gladiator Paintball Park. He's been one of the few guys in that area, and especially at that park, that's been really trying to get airsoft more well known and try to push for the airsoft community out there. Great guy. We never would have thought we would have been working for airsoft. Yeah, I never would have thought I would have been a social media host, right? I never would have thought that in a million years, right? That was always just kind of a far-fetched dream, and here I am, right? Who the fuck? How the fuck was I supposed to know that, right? But that's been the thing. I want to film a vlog, right? And gameplay going to every single airsoft field across the United States and then some. Eventually, I would love to do international, right? But going to every single airsoft field and playing a couple of matches at random ass fields, big fields, small fields, indoors, outdoors, hybrids, I don't care, right? I just want to play in multiple different places and meet the community out there and see what it's like. That's always been my dream. Least fan 8034, bro, I'm so close to buying a silver box. Hey man, I'm just, absolutely. Can you give? That's a good question. Can you give my parents a convincing sales pitch on why I should be allowed to buy a silver box? Okay. So if your parents are watching, or if not, you can tell them this, just repeat verbatim from what I'm saying. But either way, with the silver 20th anniversary mystery box, right? Yes, it's a mystery box. You don't know exactly what your package is going to be. And then I get that, right? However, if you look at the average cost for airsoft guns in general, even just starting off, right? Even just basic airsoft guns, starting off, right? Your very first rifle, you would normally have a budget of $150. Generally, I would even say nowadays, you would have a budget of about $170 and up. $170 to about $250, right? That's your starting price generally for a first-time rifle. If you look at the actual list of prizes that you are guaranteed to win off of, right? It's gonna be something off this list, right? It's gonna be something off this list. When you place your order for one of these, you're guaranteed something from here. Majority of these guns already cost more than the actual cost of the mystery box. They already cost more than the actual cost of the mystery box, right? They absolutely cost way more, right? So, it's always going to be considered a win no matter what, right? And let's say worst case scenario. Again, I don't normally say this, right? Well, let's say worst case scenario, you get something that maybe you just didn't really want, right? Maybe you get something that you're just not the biggest fan of, right? That certain platform. You can always resell it, right? You can always resell it if you really wanted to on your own private time, and you can definitely make that money back very easily, considering you only spent $145 for a gun that was worth way more than that. Right? Again, this is going to be a hell of a deal. There's no gamble in terms of like not getting anything, because again, you paid for a product, you are going to be getting the product, right? You paid for a product and you are going to be getting it. Again, all the guns on there are super dope, right? There's not one gun on there that's like, oh yeah, this gun sucks. Or like, no, nothing like that. We made sure of that too. We made sure that all the guns that we put on our mystery box list, especially if we give an actual list for it, like they are going to be certifiable bangers, right? Absolutely. Would recommend, right? And again, at that 140 price point, you can't miss out. Not only that, you order one of these, that's 10 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That's 10 chances of winning the raffle that we do, the shopping spree giveaway that we host weekly, right? So come Thursday, right, if your name is called, you just won back your money, right? That's $600 that you're winning, right? That can be used to cover the cost of that mystery box and then some, right? That's accessories, that's some extra batteries and chargers, that's tactical gear, whatever your heart wants, right? From Airsoft GI, you'd be able to go ahead and get it, right? That extra amount would be saved onto your account. And so absolutely, it is not something that I would say is even really a gamble, because at the end of the day, you're going to be guaranteed getting something dope, right? 100% would suggest you pick one up if you were even on the fence about it, right? Especially right now, right? Especially right now while we got the promo going on. See here, make sure. Okay, it keeps going through. I know there was a few more questions. Homie AB, Ariel Belen, how often do you guys do the meetups? I'm going to be attending 2 funerals from Saturday next week. Ariel Belen, I am so sorry to hear that, bro. I genuinely, I'm really sorry to hear that. Take care of what you got to. I completely understand. You know, shit happens. I genuinely wish you the best. As far as how often we do the meetups, I'll be honest, we don't do them very often. Not a whole often. Ideally, we would have been doing them one per every season. You know, one summer, spring, fall, winter, that type of deal. But more than but usually what it's been coming down to is just at the end of the day, due to the staff that we have. You know, because we're actually a very small company. I don't think you guys realize we're actually a very, very small company, right? Like, yeah, like we're one of the largest known brands out there, which is freaking sick. You know, it's all thanks to the support that you guys have been giving us. But we're generally a small company, right? We have like, you know, a lot of our guys do multiple things. I do multiple positions in the shop, and because, you know, it's a small company. It's what it is, right? I absolutely love it. I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest, right? Because I get to see how everything works. But because of that, you know, we're not able to do the meetups as often. We're not able to do them as often, unfortunately. It is difficult to organize them. We do it because, again, we want to be active in the community as well. We don't really make a whole lot of money, honestly, off the meetups. If you guys have been wondering if, like, oh yeah, they're just doing this to make money, not really. We don't really make much off of meetups. If anything, it's a lot more work than what it is worth in terms of like money, right? In terms of monetary value, but it's worth it for us because, again, we get to host really cool events for you guys to participate in, and for the community to come out and meet each other and hang out, talk airsoft, right, and connect. And just have a blast, right? That's the whole reason why we do it. We want you guys to have fun, right? And have cool opportunities, right? So we don't really do them that often, if I'm being completely honest, Ariel Berlin. I know, like, minimum 1 to 2 times a year, generally. That's 1 to 2 times a year is generally we have it. I think we had one already last year. We had one last year. Did we do anything this year? No. Yeah, no, I think this is going to be the only one we have this year, if I'm being completely honest, though, Ariel. But again, take care of what you need to. We completely understand, dude. Like, take care of what you need to. Family comes first at the end of the day. I wish you the best, dude. I'm so sorry. My condolences to you and your family. Hope you guys feel better. Yeah, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Real Wild, your question. What are the possibilities in the Isaias private collection box? Awesome things. It's an awesome. What are the possibilities? Only no possibilities. Only guarantees that you're going to be getting something amazing, right? The Isaias Private Collection mystery box, right? $229.99, right? Yes, little pricey, right? But that is because I'm going to be guaranteeing that you are getting something that is going to be guaranteed higher retail value than that, right? It's guaranteed higher retail value than what you were actually paying for, right? I'm hooking you guys up with some dope products. Like, these, we're talking platforms that you don't see maybe as often on the field as you should be, or just platforms that I think are a little bit underappreciated, platforms that I want to see more of, right? Guns that I've owned in the past myself, that I currently own, or that I wish I owned, right? Because, again, you know, there's some pretty dope shit that you can win in this thing, right? Like, I picked some hella good prizes in this, right? I've already done 2 unboxings, right? In the storefront to see what people have gotten, dude. It's been insane. It has absolutely been insane, right? Go check out Brewer's Real Wild. Go check out the video we did with Brewer, showing off his MP5 that he won off Mystery Box. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Especially because that one's actually kind of rare. That ICS one, you don't see that one very often, right? That one was dope, right? And it's got the split gearbox and everything. Super nice. It's super quality internals too. And then I'm going again. Of course, you're going to be expecting like LMGs in there as well. Can't say specifics again. Don't want to spoil the surprise. However, generally speaking, I try to stay away for the most part from modern ARs, modern M4s, AR platform in general. There will be maybe 1 or 2 of them in there. Some cool ones that I really like. If you know that, if you know me, you know that I'm a fan of retro style stuff or retro platforms in general. So yeah, that's about all I can say in there. Again, just think guns that I currently own. I think I've told you real well what my collection entails, but yeah, think my personal collection, what I currently own, and then some of the guns that I have mentioned as far as like what I've owned in the past as well. Those are all going to be prizes that you can win. But again, I'm guaranteeing that it is going to be greater than the actual retail value than what you are actually paying for. That's the biggest thing, right? I wanted to make sure that you guys were going to be guaranteed a dub, no matter what you get. Sure, I'm not missing anything. LeafSfan8034, what's a good SR25? There are plenty of good options for SR25s and 110s, right? Ultimately depends on what you hope to do with it, and what your budget is, right? The budget can really play a big part into what's really going to be a realistic option for you. If you had a budget of under $300, there's not a whole lot of options. However, the one that I would suggest would be the Golden Eagle SR25. Type that in. You guys ever have that where you guys want to like pop your jaw, but it feels like it's stuck? I've been having that for like so long right now. What should I do? I've been massaging it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the live chat too. But yeah, the Golden Eagle SR25Ks, these are freaking sick, right? These are the field ready combos, which, you know, are available now. They already come with all the accessories there, but, you know, you can definitely get, let's see, let me type Golden Eagle SR25K. I misspelled, how do I misspell? Whatever. SR25K. Son of a, okay, there's probably a dash. It probably just needs a dash. I'm probably overreacting. There we go. There we go. And they're on a shock. Oh, actually, hey, yo. Leafs fan. On a shocker deal, too. Damn, boy. Damn, boy. Absolutely, right? They're normally going for, like, what is it, 250, right? 260? But you can get them for as low as, like, 234, 245. Like, that's really good, actually. That's really, really freaking good. Shocker deals, man, coming in clutch, giving you the best savings possible. These are going to be dope because these are great platforms to start working off of. If you were looking for an SR25 to start like your Airsoft DMR sort of like build and like your sort of Airsoft sniping, like this would be the platform that I would suggest is going to be the easiest to get into in terms of like trying to make the build yourself. Now, if you wanted something that was for the most part kind of pre-built and only needed like maybe a few upgrade components to be like super, super competitive and like super like bleeding edge of Airsoft performance, honestly, I would say go with the classic Army M110. That's my favorite one. Right. Classic Army ECS M110 because it already has the ECS programmable trigger unit. You don't need an aftermarket MOSFET. It already has it, right? Yeah, this thing's dope, man. This thing's 100% dope. I would say just swap out bucking inner barrel, and I would say motor, maybe get something with a little bit more torque, and that's about it, right? But even then, you could play with this completely stock, and this thing can still like get out and touch people very easily. Very, 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 very easily, right? I also love the fact, I do prefer my SR25s and my M110s to actually have the full stock. I know some people like the retractable. I get it. But honestly, full stock, that's the way to go when it comes to DMRs for me. Big-ass battery, right? You're never going to have to charge that. You will never have to charge that battery, especially you get a big-ass like milliamperage battery, stuff that in there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it comes included with the Mach Suppressi. It comes included with the Suppressi, right? Look at that. That's beautiful. Like, that's actually a good-looking gun. It's actually sick, right? I've actually been wanting to pick one of these bad boys up and actually kind of do like a tan rattle can job to it. That'd be pretty sick. Going with my old school seal kit. That'd be dope. All right. And magazines are going to be plentiful for this, right? You can find magazines pretty much anywhere, right? We have plenty of magazines available for that platform. However, there are other options you can go with as well, right? G and G, 308. Wait for this to load. Wait for this to load. Yeah, you can go with something like the G&G TR16, right? This is more like because of a shorter configuration. I would relegate this more to like a battle rifle if you believe in that terminology. But you can definitely make this a DMR if you really wanted to, right? It's not hard to do. There are other variations of this as well. I think they're going to be sold out at the moment. Yeah, they're going to be sold out at the moment. But actually, APC. I believe that one's still available right now. Yeah, this one as well. This one's actually also on a shocker deal. Right? Methinks me needs to pick one up. The G&G Knights Armament license has got that official licensing SR25E2 APC with that nice, clean, modern M-LOK rail, retractable stock on there. Super, super dope, right? I believe this one is going to come included with the G2 gearbox. Yeah, it should be the G2 gearbox. So I believe you should be getting magazine cutoff feature on there as well. I don't know if they disabled it on that. I'm pretty sure this one still has it, though. Yeah, I'd be very sad if they didn't. But either way, again, that's another platform for you to work on as well. But it is still very, very good out of the box, Leafs fan. So you have options. Okay, is the gearbox for the Classic Army SR25 a standard V2 or extended V2? I'm pretty sure that it's extended. Yeah, it should be an extended version. That's a good question, Prime Tech. Which, by the way, how you doing, Prime Tech? How you doing? How you feeling? Good to see you again, bro. Make sure I don't miss anything. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's a good suggestion, Prime Tech. I didn't see that. Chewing gum would be the choice if you want to add flavor. I tend to do some massages and jaw exercises, then I pop both sides a little. Actually, dude, honestly, I've been wanting to, like, pop my jaw for the longest time. I was only able recently, like, I think 2 days ago, able to pop my right side. Dude, I hadn't been able to pop it in months, right? When I popped it, it felt so good. Like, I felt my tension just, like, melt away. When I did it. But yeah, that's a good idea. I'll do chewing gum and then massage after. That sounds like a really good idea, actually. And I hear chewing gum is also supposed to be like really good for like your jaw muscles, so you get a more defined jawline, which I would love to do. I know I have a pretty good chin, but like I want to chisel up everything. I want to look like a Greek god. That's my goal. See, make sure anything. Yeah, I need to stretch the jaw muscles. That sounds great. Thanks. Yes, most of it I recall. I'm looking forward to scooping one up. Maybe I can order and unbox the meetup next week. Hey, there you go. Right? Absolutely. Actually, I mean, real wild. I mean, you know I love you, right? So I would only give you the suggestions that I think are really worth it, right? You get the promo above my head right here, right? $50 place per order, right? That's 5 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. You could be the next big winner. I'm just saying, right? You'll be the second time winning, right? Second time winning the shopping spree giveaway, right? Because you'll be getting that many entries into the shopping spree giveaway, right? Oh, where the hell did I put it? Ah, fuck it. Whatever. I'll just put it right here. Isaias. I love that I can type my... I misspelled my own name. I love that I can type in my own name and it shows up. That's so easy. It's so freaking easy. But yeah, my private collection box. Order that. That's going to be getting you... What is that? What is that? Hold on. I think when it comes to like when it's like 99.99, I think we end up rounding up to like the nearest cent. So we'll say, how did I do it twice? 50, okay. That's 5. 300 divided by 50 is equal to times 5. That should be 30, right? Yeah, 30. 30 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. That's 30 chances real well for you to win. I'm just, for anyone else that's also considering pondering, right? If you wanted to say maybe win an LMG, maybe win a unique platform like, let's say, I've owned several guns. I have Scars, I own FALs, I own LMGs, right? I own like a 249, I own the 240, right? I own an RPK, right? I own XM177s, just throwing those like the Car 15s, like, I have those. Yeah, I own a lot of different guns, man. Freaking pretty much most platforms under the sun. I think the only ones that I'm missing are an AUG, XM8, I have MP5s already. And even then, there's so many different variations of those said platforms. It's like, it's kind of hard to own everything. But I've owned a lot of different platforms, right? So if you wanted something cool, unique, but was still, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you're probably just going to throw in guns that don't have any upgrade parts for it. Not true. Not true at all. I will only be putting in guns in there that have an aftermarket support, right? Only maybe the super, super high end, if we're talking like bleeding edge of like what is, like airsoft technology, right? Like maybe then, right? But it would have to cost a pretty penny for it not to be a platform that's not supported, if that makes any sort of sense. I'd highly recommend picking one up, right? And absolutely, and most likely, Real Wild, if you do open up at the Mayo Gang meet, we'd be filming it too. We'd probably be filming it for social media content as well. So there you go, right? And knowing me, Cisco helps me out too. He brings it to my attention whenever one gets ordered, right? He'd probably show it to me and be like, "Hey, yo, Real Wild's ordering one." I'm like, "Okay, time to work my magic." Let's see here, make sure. Homie AB Ariel. They will be mag compatible. Very few of them, but yes, the very few ARs adjacent platforms I have in there would be M4 mag compatible too. And even then, I'm just saying, certain 249s do take M4s, M4 magazines. So there you go. LeaseFan8034, I'll tell you what. If you put that in the notes comment section when you place your order, I can put I can keep your preferences in mind. I can keep that. Granted, is it guaranteed? Unfortunately not. However, I can definitely hook you up. You see what I'm doing with my eye? Yeah. There you go. Q, something new, but sure I'm missing anything. QQ and something I knew you can talk about. Absolutely. You should come to T1 in Oklahoma. We have a great community. I don't doubt it. Like, here's the thing. I know there's awesome communities out there, right? I know there are awesome communities out there across the U.S. when it comes to airsoft fields and just, the communities in general, right? I would absolutely love nothing more than to take a trip to every single community out there, every single like little group, meet everyone. That's all I really want. Like, at the end of the day, that's like me going on a pilgrimage, bro. Like, that's literally me like doing my own, like going on my own pilgrimage. It's like a holy pilgrimage almost at that point, right? And then eventually the trip has to end in Japan. Where I like get to see all the different airsoft shops and play airsoft in Japan. That's my biggest goal. And I want to play with Mayday-san so bad. Mayday-san, I know he doesn't watch the live streams, and I know he probably never will with watching me, right? I know he's a big Cisco fan, but I know he'll never watch me. But if on the off chance, Mayday-san, you ever watch this, right? You ever see this clip? I want to play with you. I want to hook us up, bro. I want us to like link up, play together. If you ever come down to the US, play with us, man. It'd be freaking dope. I would love for you guys to play airsoft with us at some of our fields, hang with us. And same thing, I would love to go to Japan with Cisco and just play with you as well. That'd be dope. Mayday-san, if you're listening, I doubt it, but still, that'd be dope. Okay, this one comes from Junior X Games. What is the best airsoft gun in your opinion? That's on Airsoft GI's website. So Junior X Games really depends on what you mean by the best, right? There are so many different, I guess, ways you can define that, right? Are you looking? When you say the best airsoft gun, do you mean the best looking? Do you mean the best performing? Are you talking about sheer design as is? Are you looking for an aesthetic thing, right? Are you into World War II guns, right? In that case, a lot of the modern guns that we sell, which, majority of them are, might not fit your preference. That might not be the best, right? If you're a fan of AKs, right, anything that we recommend that might be AR, even if it technically performs better, might not be the best in your eyes, right? So it really depends on what you mean by the best. However, with that said, we feel the best bang, we know the best bang for your buck in terms of high performance, high-end airsoft guns that are still attainable in price point would be the lineup of MGC4s. The MGC4s are a collaborative project that we worked with Lancer Tactical. They gave us access to their warehouses. They gave us access to their factories, and they allowed us to design an airsoft gun, not just once, but twice, right? The Mark I and the Mark II. Both of these were a labor of love that we put in to make sure that we were getting something that was going to be truly special, right? We wanted a gun that was going to give the most airsoft players out there everything they needed, right? All the programmability, all the features, the quality that they would come to expect from a $300 plus airsoft gun, and then some, right? These MGC4s punch well above their weight class, right? There are guns that are way more expensive, right? That cost way more, but don't perform nearly as good as the MGC4s, neither the Mark I nor the Mark II, right? These are guns that we built with love. And again, it was a labor of love. It really, really was, right? Now, in terms of like what you get, right? Full metal receiver construction, right? Full metal construction throughout. You are getting a 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary cell hop chamber. Again, gets the job done very, very, very well, right? It can get out and touch people very easily. You are getting, with both of these, the Nebula MOSFET, programmable, right? It's the same one you would get in a Zion Arms. This one is going to be shooting very, very fast, right? They have the newer high torque motor. These, even though they are a high torque motor, it's actually closer to a balanced motor because the rate of fire is actually very, very good. If you haven't seen our social media showing how fast these guns can shoot, highly recommend you check it out. Have plenty of shorts available, Instagram posts as well. These things shoot super quick, right? Super quick, nice trigger response as well, and still very much so still has potential for further upgrades if you wanted to. It is still using a standard version 2 gearbox design, which can be built upon should you choose to do so. Now, we don't feel that they really need anything at all. That was the point, right? We wanted to make a gun that didn't need anything in order for it to be considered competitive. These things are much better than just your average competitive gun. These things perform great, fantastic, right? They're an absolute nightmare to face off against on the field. Now, can you do more? Absolutely. Absolutely, you can do more. And that was the point. Again, we wanted to make a platform for airsofters by airsofters, right? So that's why I would say that these are probably going to be these, well, I guess technically all these, right? Because they're all MGC4s. Any of these models will happily serve you greatly on the airsoft field, right? These would have to be our pick for the best airsoft guns. Best airsoft guns to get of 2023 for sure. For sure. Keeps going up, keeps going up. Oh yeah, I think I answered all those. Answered all those. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Let's see. Yeah. Oh shoot. Yeah, he did. Mede-san is here to stay a while. Yeah, I think I remember he went to. I remember he came to Canada, right? I remember he went to Canada for a while, and then I think he's now moved back into Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Have to say, adding that clicker to the Perrin does add a nice RS like feel to your 6mm gat. It does, man. It absolutely does. I know what you're talking about. Absolutely. What's going on, Darktree? Good to see you again. For those who don't know, Darktree came into the walk-in store like right before I went on live. He actually came in. We hung out for a little bit. Always a pleasure to see you, Darktree, again. Let's see here. Best time hanging out with you, Kaylee, Justin, Stitch. Of course, man. It's the Saturday crew, right? It's the Saturday Breakfast Club. All right, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to take advantage of the promo right above my head. It's literally right there. Every $50 you place for an order, we'll be getting you 5 chances into the shopping spree giveaway. Think multiples of 50 when placing your order, right? So if you have $50 in subtotal or a little more, right, that's $5, right? Or, yeah, $5. 5 entries, duh. 5 entries, 5 chances of winning, right? Let's say you reach $100, right? That'll be getting you 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. 150, 15 entries, right? 200, that's 20 entries in the shopping spree. You guys get the idea. Think multiples of 50, right? Maximize your potential for winning. You guys have like about a little over what? 31 minutes left of the live stream. So make sure that you take advantage now while you can, because this promo ends as soon as the live stream ends, right? So take advantage now while you can. Let's also see if we can try to sell out of the silver 20th anniversary mystery box. Only going for $145 right now. And again, we had a very limited amount. We had 200, but most of them already sold. We are down now to the last handful. So make sure you place your orders. Again, the prizes you can win on this are absolutely insane. Greater than the actual cost of the box. So it's a guaranteed dub no matter what, right? So make sure you place your orders now while you can. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, keep scrolling up, keep scrolling up. Okay, would a Gen 3 perform good if I upgrade everything except stock MOSFET, or should I put in a different MOSFET like Perrin? It doesn't really need to. Prime Tech Customs, I know you were saying that Perrin is like beginner, novice, Levian is like intermediate, expert. It's one of those things where it's like, for general performance, like just performance as is, right? Does it need the higher end MOSFETs? No. In all seriousness, no, not really, right? Most players don't really need all the features on them. Is it cool? Fuck yeah, it's cool. Fuck yeah, it's cool. Hell yeah. And you're right. I feel like the Leviathan is also one of those that's like kind of underrated too. I don't know why. I feel like it's just really overshadowed by the Gate Titan. Granted, I own the Gate Titans too, right? But I do like the Leviathan as well, right? I think it's really, really cool. But for just regular players, right, going with a Perrin MOSFET or the Nebula MOSFET that comes stock, that pretty much does everything that a player needs and then some, right? It gives you more options as well than just your standard wire harness that you would get on a standard like gun, right? So I think that as is, it doesn't need anything. Like the only thing that, again, I would ever change on a Gen 3 would be the bucking inner barrel. And like, that's it, bro. Like, that's it. Like, if you really want to go a crazy build, like the first thing that you should probably do is just, again, having a tech finally tune the airsoft gun, right? Make sure that there's no leaks or no issues with air compression, and make sure that the gears are properly shimmed. Like, that's a good shim job can go a long way, dude. Like, that's literally the only things that I would ever suggest on a Gen 3, right? It doesn't need anything, right? That's the thing. It does not need anything at that point in order for it to be competitive. As is, it's good to start. It's good to start slaying, bro. It's good to start slaying. Keep scrolling through. Looking for DMR junior games? For DMR, best DMR. Again, I think bang for the buck. Yeah, I'm going to say bang for the buck. I'm going to go with... That one's not bad. I think the sale price, the shocker deal price, is definitely putting this where it should be, right? I think the G&G one is definitely a good case. Is definitely, I would say, a good runner-up. I think I would prefer, though, to be honest, I prefer the Classic Army in terms of DMR. Classic Army M110. But then again, if you also prefer the look of the more modern, like the APC E2, then yeah, I would say go with the G&G, right? Again, all totally subjective. I think for me, just general performance, I would rather go with the Classic Army because, again, having the ECS programmable trigger unit on there is very, very freaking cool, right? It's very, very convenient. Gives you more programming options, right? And it is even cheaper than the G&G as well. It's only on a shocker deal right now for only $359.99, right? That's actually really good. Like, that's really, really good. I would say that would be the one that I would go with for me personally. But again, everyone has their own preferences. We send Perrin versus Leviathan. I think for most people, just most regular players, would be Perrin, but Leviathan is still fucking goated. It's goated. Trying to look like Mr. Handsome Tentacles. Yeah, freaking Handsome Squidward. Dude, absolutely. I want to look like Handsome Squidward, bro. Oh, God, my back. I also need a good massage, too. I need someone to just pop my back and readjust. Let's see here. Keeps going up. I needs me my G&G TR16 Mark II 308 rebuilt. I would attempt, but I don't know what's compatible with the G2H gearbox. I mean, there's still stuff you can add to it. What are we trying to do with the DJ? What exactly are we trying to put in there? Answered that one. Answered that one as well. Okay, I should be caught up. Oh, do you think the Atlas Custom Works DMR is the best DMR at Airsoft GI? The Atlas Custom Works. Atlas Custom Works DMR. Are you talking about the Atlas Custom Works gas blowback? What they call their gas blowback sniper, the 1022? That one's a cool gun too. If you were looking for more of a fun gun, that's cool as well. In terms of performance, I wouldn't say it's better than the Classic Army M110 or the G&G. However, it is definitely one of the more fun guns out there, right? Let's look at them. Atlas Custom Works 1022. Oh, my back. All right, any one of these. Oh, and the 10 one's on a shocker deal. That's pretty cool too. Well, let's pull up the black one. Why not, right? $275.99. Honestly, that ain't bad, right? Considering this is a gas semi-automatic rifle. That's pretty cool. Actually, this cable is full auto too. That's what's crazy about this. I don't know if you guys saw the videos that we did with this. This thing shoots full auto too, and it shoots fast, like dummy fast, right? Like gotta go fast, Sonic speed, right? Like it's absolutely insane how cool this gun is, right? I would say this is definitely one of the more fun DMRs out there. I wouldn't say it's the best, but I would definitely say it takes the edge in terms of being super fun to play with, right? Definitely takes the edge in that regard. All right, guys, we have like literally 26 minutes left of the live stream. Make sure that you take advantage of the promo going on right above my head. Remember, Every $50 that you spend will get you 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway, 5 chances of winning $600 going on next week on Thursday. So don't miss your opportunity. Don't let the chance go to waste, right? Don't let it go to waste. Secure that dub for yourself, right? Because it seems like generally the only people that take advantage of it like consistently are regulars because they know that this is the best way to take advantage. The last winner of the shopping spree giveaway, Nathan, literally just put in the chat earlier. You got to play in order to win, right? Get those entries in while the promos are going on so you get multiple entries. That's how you do it. That's how he won. That is how he won. That's how you can win as well. So you got to take that chance and order yourself something from Airsoft GI. Get yourself something $50 or more to get multiple entries. Make sure I'm missing anything. I like having my gun sound like a Star Wars blaster. But yeah, like you're right. Not everyone needs the extra bits, and the Leviathan and Titan add, especially when needs an app to unlock those features. Yeah, it can be a little. I don't mind doing it, Prime Tech. I actually really don't. I don't care having to go into the gate control system and having to do my settings because I set my guns up once and like that's it. That's realistically all I need. Right, I'll set it up once to my preferences, and I don't change anything. Like I'm pretty consistent with my needs in terms of like air, so I'm not gonna be constantly like messing around with it. But I can see how that might be a little intimidating and sometimes unnecessary for people. But again, you and I both know that Titans, Leviathans, fucking dope. But for most people, generally, yeah, like I would say, going with a Perrin, going with the Nebula MOSFET, if your gun has it, you don't really need it. You like realistically, you don't. It's your gun is fantastic as is. You do not need to add anything more. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Ghostly, what's going on, bruh? Good to see you again. Hey, will the EMP? You mean EPM1 250 round mag fit well in the MDC4 Mark II? Yes, actually, I believe Stitch has a few. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, when he picked up his Mark II, he also wanted to get like all of our black EPM1s that we had in the shop, right? He took them all, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Stitch, there you go. Yeah, I use EPM1s. Absolutely. Regular EPMs and regular EPM1s will work just fine in the MGC4 too, and they look pretty cool too. Looks very clean with it. Looks very good, very good. Bazooka Joe, when are pre-order MGC4 shipping? They actually already started shipping. We have to go down the list. So we have to go down the line of people who actually placed their orders. I believe we had an influx of orders a little bit while ago, so I think there might be like a delay by 1 day, but we've actually started shipping them out. If for whatever reason you place a pre-order and you haven't gotten yours, you can request a status update, absolutely. DM us directly, Bazooka Joe, on Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord server. DM us with your order number. We can take a look at that and give you a status update and an ETA as to when it will probably ship out. We can do that for you. That's not a problem. Bear in mind, our customer service department isn't in until Monday. They're in Monday through Friday. But yeah, you can definitely DM us, and we'll get back to you on that, bro. Absolutely. And good to see you again, by the way. Good to see you again, Bazookas. Forgot to say what's up. On my way to In-N-Out for some roadkill fries. Bruh, that sounds good right now. I could go for some animal-style fries, actually, right now. That sounds fucking amazing, bro. That sounds delicious. I had breakfast today, but I'm actually not joking. Beforehand, I had not eaten for 2 days. I actually went on a 2-day fast, and holy shit, it was not fun. It was not fun at all. I was very hungry. I was very, very hungry. Keep scrolling through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay. And parent triggers are snappier in my opinion. I guess it depends, right? I guess it depends on your opinion and what you feel. Some people are gonna say this MOSFET or this setup is snappier. Some people are gonna say it's not. It's all gonna be individual preference at this point. Here's the thing. Here's my opinion. Whatever feels good to you, just stick with that, right? Just stick with that. Whatever feels good in your opinion. Right? These are all it's almost like cards, right? Like there's no one go-to setup, right, for any one thing. It really depends on what you're hoping to achieve, what you like, and what your preferences are. Build your gun to your preferences, and that's it, right? Don't listen to what other people have to say. Yeah, I have my preferences in terms of stuff as well, but even then, you can take everything I say with a grain of salt and just go with your gut instinct too. And if you want to go with something, whether it be this type of build setup for your gun, if you really want to do that DSG build, then by all means, go for the DSG build. If you really want to HPA your gun, then HPA your gun, bro. Don't listen to what anyone else has to say. Do what you want to do. That's what's ultimately going to keep you playing Airsoft longer, right? Because what's the point of playing if you're going to get bored? Because you're playing it safe, right? Do what you want to do, build what you want to build, play how you want to play. It's all up to you, and that's what's great about this amazing hobby. Make sure I'm not worse. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Battle Buddy, I fast at least 12 to 14 hours every day and has helped a lot. Yeah, Battle Buddy, like fasting does work, bro. But I'm gonna be real with you. I fucking love food, dude. When I was a little kid, I actually used to be really, really big. I used to be really big, right? It was funny because I was super short. I was always really small for my age, right? I was always the shortest guy in my class. All the girls I had crushes on when I was in elementary school were all taller than me. I was so bad. Like, I would always, like, and I'd look like such a dork, right? I would, like, constantly try to be, like, I would work up the courage to try to, like, give, like, someone, like, a candygram or something, or, like, a Valentine's Day gift, right? And it was the girl, and I had to, like, oh, here you go, right? I had to, like, look up. It's hilarious, too. My fiance, Jazz, you guys, I've talked about her before. We're slated to get married in, like, a year and a half now, I believe. Yeah, in a year and a half is what we're looking at right now. That's when we plan on having the wedding. But when we first met in high school, in junior year, actually, she was still taller than me, and she admitted that she had a crush on me when I was still shorter. So pretty funny, right? Because she used to make fun of me, right? She likes to act kind of like a little tsundere, right, about it, be like, haha, you're so short, right? She constantly made fun of me, was always telling me that, like, oh, you know, you're kind of weird, right? Always, you know, putting up that front. Little did I know that she actually had a big crush on me, even though I was shorter than her. Right, absolutely hilarious, right? So, but I tried losing the weight, and like fasting was like one of the only things that would work as I got older, right? It was the only thing that I would do that, like, to help like lose the weight. But I love food so much, man. Inside of me, even though right externally I may look like a certain way, inside, no matter how I look on the outside, I will always be that little fat kid that loves French fries, that loves cheeseburgers, that loves putting macaroni and cheese on top of my pizza because it tastes good, right? Like, oh, it's so. I want food so bad right now. I haven't eaten. Okay, let's keep scrolling up before I keep talking about food. Battle Buddy, this is your question. How are you doing? Came across the GHK 14 GBVR and Tokyo Marine MWS Mark 18 GBVR. Which one is better? Between those two options, I would say go with the MWS. I'd say go with the MWS personally. I mean, GHK 14 is still really, really cool, but between the two, I think I would just give it to the MWS. Get the MWS Mark 18, hit the MWS M4, and then, like, again, we sell plenty of parts for the MWS system now from Unicorn Airsoft, which, Battle Buddy, I highly recommend you check out before the end of the stream, because we only got a few minutes left. We got 18 minutes left of the live stream. The promo above my head will be going away. Remember, 5 entries per every $50 spent. Don't miss out. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, yeah, has Junior X Games. Has anyone ever bought the moving truck mystery box thing? I don't think yet. Again, it's an option. It's still there for you. I'll pull it up. Right? Mystery box. Mystery. Type that up. Did I misspell it? Okay, no. Okay, I spelled it right. Good. Whew. I know it's around here somewhere. Hold on. I'm going to find it. There you go. Yeah. I don't think anyone has bought it yet. But, again, we're serious. Like, if people want to buy it, it's there. It's an actual thing. You will get the Airsoft mystery box, like the truck, right? You will be getting the truck's worth of Airsoft stuff, right? Absolutely. Absolutely you would, right? It's there. I mean, if anyone has the money for it, I mean, why not, right? Why not? At that point, if you can have enough money to spend like that, might as well, right? You might as well. That's enough stuff to, like, arm, like, basically your own personal army at that point. Basically your own army at that point. Pulling up on the field with a whole platoon, right? All right, let's keep scrolling up. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Darcher doing a first impressions of the MGC4 Mark 1 and Mark 2. Oh, I can't wait to see that video, Darcher. I honestly cannot wait to see that one. Let's see here. Sure I'm missing anything. Battle Buddy. I'm broke. Dude, that is a mood. I totally get that. Again, which is why we always have the best savings at Airsoft GI, but I completely understand. I'm 6'1" at 13 years old. No, I'm not lying. You'll see at the Mayo Gang meet. Leafs fan, I believe that. I don't know what it is. There are some kids that I'll see that are, like, hella young, and they're, like, freaking 6 something. I'm like, this is not fair, bro. This is not fair. I had to fight genetics so hard just to be able to reach 5'9", right? That's how tall I am. I'm only 5'9". I had to fight so hard just to get, and my dad still has an inch on me. He always loves to like bring that up when I was like growing up. He's like, you'll never get taller than me, right? Because he's 5'11"? I believe he's 5'11". No, he's 5'10". He's 5'10". What am I talking about? Yeah, he's 5'10" right now. And he'll always love to rub it in my face, right? He'll always love to rub it in my face. But he stopped messing with me, though, the minute that I started doing water polo in high school and I got strong. Because when he realized that I can bench him, he was like, oh, okay, maybe I should stop messing with him. Maybe I should stop. Oh, and Leafs fan, happy birthday. I just saw you turn 13 a few days ago. Happy birthday, my friend. Hope you have had a fantastic birthday. Maybe birthday weekend, if you will. Hope you got many, many cool things for your birthday. Real Wild, will you build my box before the meetup? If you order it right now, Real Wild, I'll build it before the meetup. How about that? I will DM me too when you build your order. DM me the order number. Or you can DM Airsoft GI specifically. And I will do my best to make sure that gets built before the mystery, or before the mystery, before the meetup. I will see what I can do about getting that mystery box built before the meetup, right? Especially since you're gonna be coming in for like a pickup, like absolutely, right? I can get that done. I can get that made, bro. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm caught up on those. Yeah, okay, guys, if you have any Airsoft-related questions, make sure to let me know down in the live chat. We only have about 14 minutes left of the live stream. Make sure that you ask your questions. Put the letter Q in front of your question as well. I also had a question for you guys as well. I asked them earlier in the during the live stream. Would you want to see Airsoft as more of a mainstream sport, similar to paintball was, right? Maybe different divisions, but all united under one banner, right? An official ranking system for Airsoft. Would you guys want to see that? Why wouldn't you want to see that if you don't want that, right? What are the pros and cons of that? Again, this is going to be the topic for tomorrow's podcast, but I'm anxious to hear what you guys actually have to say about it as well. So let me know in the live chat what you guys think. Let's keep scrolling through, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, and I think I answered all of these. Okay, yeah, I should be caught up on those. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Prime Tech Cousins. Well, if you're short, at least you can narrow down your choices. A battle cry. For the shy. I'm not a freaking hobbit, although I am kind of built like one. Actually, if I had to give an animal as far as like that I'm closely resembling, I would probably have to say I am built like an orangutan. I am very ape-brained sometimes. I like things very simple for a reason. My arms are way too long for the rest of my body, and my torso is also much longer than my legs. I have very, very short legs, and my feet are kind of bigger than they really should be considering my size, right? I can fit anywhere from like 9.5, 10 to about maybe 11.5, depending on the shoe that I wear. The brand, because if you guys didn't know, brands like of shoes can like vary for your sizes. Same thing with clothes in general, right? But yeah, I got pretty big feet considering my general proportions. I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, there's just something wrong here. Like this, you guys know the term. I always say the joke, right? You guys always know, you know that phrase, that expression, right? Built different. There's built different, and then there's me, just built wrong. Like this is not okay. This is an alternative form of building. This is like those Lego like alternative builds that wasn't included in the instruction manual. You get the alternate options. This one was not included in the instruction manual. This is beyond God's doing. This is something else. Battle Buddy, short people live longer. Maybe. I don't know about that one. About to be 6'2", Lisa. Oh yeah, way to rub it in, Leafs fan. Way to rub it in. Way to rub it in my face, bruh. Normally would offer my service when I'm pretty busy. I'm just keep going through, make sure I'm not missing anything. Any other comments? Are you guys still doing gun repairs? This comes from Rainmaker _415. So unfortunately, our main tech did leave. We have been in the process of trying to find another replacement head tech. We have some smaller part-timers at the moment right now that have been able to crank out, some of these storms and the typhoon lines. And if it's a small enough repair, potentially, however, general check-ins for like full gearbox work, unfortunately, we are not able to take in at the moment, Rainmaker, just because, again, we don't want to go ahead and keep anyone's gun longer than it should be. And again, we just don't have a tech that can make the commitment for full time at the moment. We are still looking, so if any of you guys know any techs, or if you yourself are an aspiring tech and you feel pretty confident in your abilities, feel free to send your resume to jobs@airsoftgi.com. Hit us up, and we can definitely get an interview started for you guys. If you want to work at Airsoft GI, have to have reliable transportation, have to be 18 years or older, though. So, make sure I'm not missing anything. If you're not missing, okay, should be caught up on that. Let's scroll down to the most recent thing. And if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and like this live stream, share it around with as many people as possible. We have 10 minutes left of the stream before we have to end. 10 minutes left before this promo and this live stream are over. So make sure that you tell everyone that you know that plays Airsoft to get the best deals possible at Airsoft GI. The only guys that are going to reward your $20 plus order with a chance to win a shopping spree giveaway, and then we'll give you multiple entries when you place a $50 or greater order. So place your orders while you can. Oh god, this scrolled up so fast. Stitch, 6 to 10K for decent night vision. Yeah, I mean, you can get like, what I remember looking around, you can get PVS 14s for like, what, 3,000, 4,000, right? So not too bad. It's not terrible. It's definitely like pricey for sure, especially if you're trying to use it just for airsoft. But I mean, it's not bad. Stitch, if you ever come to us with like for Milsom West, like with my team and everything, when you do ever decide to come with us, they actually offer rentals there too. So you can just rent night vision as well. That's another alternative that a lot of guys like to do. Make sure I'm missing anything. Prime Tech is not gonna lie. I think I'm slightly shorter than you. Hey man, short guys gotta stick together, you know? Absolutely, we gotta stick together. The way I equate it to in my head, all of us short guys are just the regular humans. It's all the tall motherfuckers that are the goddamn titans from Attack on Titan, you know? We gotta stick together, right? We gotta defend the wall. Battle Buddy, where can I get night vision for Airsoft? So, we used to sell night vision. Unfortunately, we don't currently anymore. However, there's a couple different places. There's no like official Airsoft like specific night vision. It's only going to be Real Steel that exists out there, or maybe some people would be putting their own units out there for slightly cheaper. I have used some of those cheaper units, those like 3D printed ones. I'll be honest, they're cool, but they're not like the best, honestly, compared to like the real shit. The real shit, it costs a lot of money for a reason. There are a couple of sites that do sell them, so just keep that in mind. Junior X Games, do you think Game Face is a good airsoft brand? I haven't really heard too much about Game Face recently, but I've never really been gravitated towards any of their products when other models were available. I think it depends on what you're talking about specifically. But I wouldn't say that they're one of my favorites. I don't really have too much experience with them outside of just the regular they're like paintball masks, right? The Game Face paintball masks. That's pretty much about it. And even then, I've definitely felt better masks. I've definitely felt better quality before. Scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Airsoft brand. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people have a lot of negative, so I can't say too much negative because, again, I don't really have that much experience with it. But, yeah, that is the general consensus I have heard from a lot of players, that Game Face is not really the best. Keeps going through. Best budget NVG. I mean, here's the thing, BattleBot. You can get, like, Gen 1 night visions, like, on, like, secondhand selling websites, right? You can get some Gen 1s for, like, hella cheap. Usually for, like, under $500 you can get one. They won't come included with the mount needed. You'll have to buy that separately. It shouldn't be too hard to source that either. But going with, like, Gen 1 night visions, you know, it's not the best in the world, because when anyone that uses any sort of like modern night vision, like anything Gen 3 and up, like they're going to look at you, right? Like even if you have it completely night, if you both have your nods on, you're going to light up like a beacon for everyone else that has them, right? You're going to absolutely light up like a beacon for anyone else that has night vision. They're going to see you. Even though you have, you know, no lights on, no lights around you, you just have your night vision on, they're going to see you, right, very easily. But if you just wanted it just to be able to see in the dark in general, then, you know, you can go with a Gen 1 and it's fine. Granted, it's not going to have the best range, like you're not going to see that far ahead, but it's still cool. It is still cool. Yeah, you're going through. Loneheart Kid, for the podcast videos, have you all ever done one about maintaining your guns and gear? Actually, Loneheart, we have. Loneheart Kid, we actually did a video podcast video a while back, actually, during one of the Range Talk podcasts. We talked about, like how to maintain your airsoft gun, right? We actually did talk about like some of the things that people ignore. What are the things that you can do to maintain your airsoft gun in general, or how to take care of them? That actually is a topic that we did go into as well. But we can definitely revisit it, right? We can definitely revisit that topic at some point in the future. That's not a problem. Let's keep scrolling through. Do you think their guns are decent? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say no. I have my suspicions about them. If you were on a budget Junior X Games, here are the two, or actually, no, I'll give you three. Here are the three brands that I'm going to recommend for you. If you were looking for a gun that was, going to be cool, offer many different price points available for you, and was going to be good quality as well. All right. Number one, probably going to be Arcturus. 2, probably Lancer Tactical Gen 2 / Specna, right? Those would be the three brands that I personally would go for. And if I had to do a fourth, would most likely be Classic Army, right? Those are probably my 3/4 brands that I'd recommend. Classic Army, right? Their skirmish lineup, very, very good, very, very price efficient. Lance Tactical Gen 2, very, very cheap, very affordable, still offers a lot of value in their in what they offer. Their standard Gen 2 models come included with a battery and charger, and it's a decent battery and charger. It's not the best in the world, but it is more than enough to get you started. Specna Arms, you can find some of their stuff for like, it's basically the same company as Lancer. Let's be real, it basically is the same. It comes with the same factory, but with their guns, some of them might be even cheaper than some Lancers, some of their standard Gen 2s. They won't come included with a battery and charger, but they're still pretty solid, right? And then Arcturus, they're going to be same thing. Some of their their models can start at 175, right? Which still pretty competitive out considering what's also available in the market in the sub $200 mark. But they also offer a lot of value in their stuff as well, right? Especially once you start getting into the $200 model, like the NYO2, like this guy, NYO2. Right, the NYO2 CQ 10-inch, that's a very, very, very popular model that we sell from Arcturus. 214, actually, you can even get it cheaper when you use coupon code 20th, save yourself 10% off. You're welcome. That would be one that I would highly, highly recommend as well. Micro switch trigger, 602 Type R inner barrel, like it's got the works, man. It's got the works, it's got the value, it's all there. Would recommend, would definitely recommend. Now, if you wanted to go with, say, a Lancer, for example, right, go Lance Tactical AGs. They offer so many different variations. It's all the same gun. It's just going to be a matter of which one you prefer, which one you think is cooler. Right? There's a lot of different models out there. Look for the standard Gen 2 models. But if I had to pick my favorite one, be the LT31 Raider. Yeah. This one's on a shocker deal, too. It's on a shocker deal for literally $192.28. Yeah, it's normally $210 or $209. But $192.28, making it sub $200. Fuck yeah, dude! This is the one I would have picked this gun in a heartbeat if this was available. If this was available or made when I first started playing Airsoft, I would have picked this up like nobody's instantly. Battery and charger included. 603 Type R inner barrel, rotary style hop chamber, quick change spring system. It's got everything you need, man. It's got everything you literally need. Even the BBs. It's got a little bag of BBs in there. You just need a speed loader to load it, but that's about it. But this would be the one that I would recommend. This would be the model that I would 100% recommend and get behind because it's already going to be configured just like a Mark 18 Mod 1, right? Would recommend this one over anything. But you can also go with Classic Army as well. Army Skirmish, right? There's many different models within the Skirmish lineup as well. Varying from style to style. I think my favorite one would be the Mark 16, right? Kind of like their version. It's supposed to be a polymer receiver set, right? But you are getting their version of the URGI style, or URGI. That's how you spell it. URGI, right? The URGI style rail system on there. It looks clean. It looks really clean. It looks dope. And it's also on a shocker deal for less than $200. It's normally $220. It's on sale for $198. Yeah, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it, man. And it's got that ECS programmable unit, actually. So you can program it to shoot 3-round bursts, 5-round bursts, or semi-lock it if you wanted to. And it's under $200 right now. Definitely worth it. And again, you only got like a little over a minute now before the end of the live stream. And the promo above my head expires and it ends. So make sure that you place your orders now while you can. If you have stuff in your cart, make sure that you check out. Check out now while as soon as possible. Scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Definitely look for the podcast. I enjoy listening to them on my drives home from work. No, dude, I'm the same way. I actually, one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. I will listen to our own podcast just so I can give myself pointers and critiques on how I can improve my performance next time. But I actually am a pretty big fan of the Trash Taste podcast. I don't know if you guys watch that too. I'll listen to that like religiously on my way home from work, right? I love the Trash Taste podcast. It's my favorite one right now. But I will listen to a couple other clips from other podcasts as well. Joe Rogan, obviously, he's got way too many guests for me not to listen to it or from time to time. Yeah, just so many freaking options out there. So everyone has a podcast now. Everyone, even the dudes from like freaking Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide have a freaking podcast, which is insane to me, right? What are some tips I need to know if I'm buying a used GVR? I would say Battle Buddy if you can. Look for any damages to magazines, right? If there's any sort of leaking. Like leaking magazines can be fixed depending on where they are. I would also say maybe like test fire if you can. Test fire the gun if at a range or in a backyard if you're possible. That way you can actually see that it's working for yourself. You know, if that's kind of selling it as a functioning gun. Any news on the KDW E4 or the Specna Arms Edge 2.0 Bronze? Those should be coming in fairly soon. We are also getting some more Edge 2.0s as well, or just Edge models in general as well, on the site in due time, Moises Hernandez, which, by the way, good to see you again. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, scroll up. Battle Buddy, this will be the last question. Will you ever make a video of you guys reacting to airsoft guns from video games? Maybe that we'd have to get enough like collection for us to make a whole video off of it. But yeah, potentially that's something we can do. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of the Storefront live stream. Thank you to everyone that decided to spend your free time hanging out with me and the Mayo Gang. I try to be as entertaining as possible, and hopefully I answered all your questions. However, if I was not able to answer your question, make sure that you DM us directly. DM us on our Instagram, our Facebook, our Discord, and we can definitely get you guys helped out. We can definitely get you guys taken care of as well. Again, guys, right now, the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box is still available. You can still, even though the live stream has ended, you can still get 10 entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway when you place your order for one of these mystery boxes. Again, only $145, right? And you get an absolutely insane, an absolutely bonkers prize list of potential prizes that you could win. You're guaranteed to win something off of here. You don't know what the mystery or the Easter eggs are. You got to win, and you got to get one in order to find out for yourself, right? Don't miss this opportunity. Get those 10 entries into the giveaway on top of winning a dope airsoft gun for super, super cheap. BB Wars tickets are still available. Make sure to pick yours up right now while you can. $50. You'll be getting an entry into the Shopping Spree giveaway for every purchase for a ticket. So make sure you get your friends, get all your homies, and all members of your team into this event. It's going to be an absolute banger of an airsoft event. Don't miss out. If you guys have never been to a big airsoft event, this should be the very first one that you go to. This is an absolute amazing time. You guys are not going to want to miss out. And we also have... There you go. We also have my private collection mystery box available right now as well. Limited quantity. Very, 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 very limited quantity available. I know Real Wild, I believe, was able to pick up his during this live stream. And again, we've had plenty of others pick up theirs as well. We've already had 2 unboxings in the actual storefront, and those reactions were amazing, right? The guns they got were freaking sick, right? I hook you guys up. I genuinely hook you guys up, right? So make sure that you pick one of these, especially if you want something unique, something cool, but still a platform that can be supported and still can be upgraded if you choose to do so, but just really, really cool, unique guns. Don't miss your chance. Order one of these bad boys. You'll also, again, be getting an entry in the Shopping Spree giveaway, right? Not only that, we actually have next Saturday coming up, this coming Saturday, is going to be our Mayo Gang meet. Mayo Gang meet is happening this Saturday, right? We're going to have members from the community selling their airsoft stuff right outside, right? Inside, we are going to be having some doorbuster deals, some in-sale items, right? Have a live episode of Roast My Build, and we're going to be having food there as well. We're going to be having some catering done as well, so make sure that you swing on by. It's going to be an absolute blast. Make sure to swing on by for the Mayo Gang meet happening this coming Saturday, right? 11 to 7 p.m. That's when it's taking place. The walk-in store location, 21077